Crossover.
Oh, killer crossover.
Just crossover. It just crossed him over nastily.
Another victim to the crossovers. Cross him up and sit him down.
Crossover is powered by Everlevel Concrete Repair and Overhaul at everlevelconcrete.com.
I got to throw a flag on that false start.
Whoa!
Yeah, that was good.
Just
job.
because you're louder doesn't mean you're better.
Thank you, Gene Serator.
We're going to bring in Gene. I don't know, Chris.
Intro wasn't quite done firing.
Gene, I was happy with Gene when he came on in the Nebraska-Iowa game and said, yeah, I don't really get that. That's that's targeting.
Can we, it does get lost because Nebraska got their ass whooped, but I don't know what targeting is anymore.
Nobody has ever known.
Well, it always dates back to the what was it, the national championship game between Clemson and Ohio State, and the Clemson linebacker hit the dude in the back. He didn't even hit him in the head. He hit him in the back, the linebacker, and they called that targeting, and he was one of their best players and got knocked out of the game. He hit the guy not in the head, but in his backside.
I don't remember that, but
this was a playoff game between Clemson and Ohio State. It was stupid. And because he led with the crown of his helmet, he got kicked out.
And did he launch?
I don't know.
Was there forcible contact? Was there?
But it wasn't.
Was there a defenseless player?
But it wasn't to the head or neck area. It was to his butt.
Okay.
He hit him in the butt.
But did he launch?
He might have. What is launching?
When you launch.
Can you do that again?
You launch?
Yeah. I don't think the
Iowa guy, he launched.
Launch sounds like I don't know if he lunched. I don't know where he went to eat.
Oh man, I'd like to lunch.
Oh, I think it might be a Kansas City lunch for me today.
What? You're not going to Kansas City.
I'll go to Kansas City now.
Give me a break. I'll get back. I-29 is probably a disaster.
And then I'll get back at 5 o'clock, and then I'll just eat. I'll just hang out here, and then I have my Jays post game tonight at 11 p.m.
Awesome.
If you're going to go to Kansas City, we're going to go to Allen Fieldhouse tonight to see UConn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can do the show from there.
You would have had to been camping out for the last 2 weeks, though.
Really?
UConn, that's what
Mm-hmm.
the students, it's a big thing.
Apparently for Duke, North Carolina, and Mike Krzyzewski's last game, they were camped out there for a month.
Well, they have a village.
Yeah,
yes.
So for every game, because that's how the student tickets work.
There's a system. Yeah.
I had a friend. She went to Duke, and so they had to have someone at their tent 24/7, and then they were giving them tests. You had to take a test, and if you got enough correct answers, you got to stay. But if you failed the test,
awesome?
They knocked you out.
Isn't that cool? I love that. I love college basketball. I love that there's places where that's a thing. I love that there's places where Midnight Madness, absolutely rocks. I love that. We just don't really have that here.
No,
that's okay.
Well, one of the questions was
4 o'clock Sunday.
But will they be camping out on Saturday night? I don't think so.
God, no. Of course not.
Why not? They
stop it,
because the arena is large enough to hold everyone.
If it was in Omaha, you could have it. You could party in the Grand Hall all night long. All night.
Yeah, we don't we don't camp out for things around here, but we do get there early.
We do.
We like to stand in line early. Yep. Which I was downtown Lincoln on Friday. I don't get the lure of the Big Ten bar downtown. Because it was
formerly known as Rosie's, formerly known before that as
8 a.m. Friday morning. Something else. And there was a line of, I would say, 50 people because they were opening at 8 for the 11 a.m. kickoff. They were standing in the bitter cold. And I'm like, that bar, nice place, but not that I'm going to stand in the cold with 50 other people to get in right away at 8.
That bar had so much potential. It had so much opportunity to be the big game bar. And for whatever reasons at Rosie's, the soccer games were big there. For the World Cup, a lot of people would go there and that was fun. But other than that, it was kind of outside of football.
Friday, by the way.
Whoa.
Yeah. Outside of football and
good thing that we are hosting.
Now, the thing though, is that when it was Rosie's, you could get $2 margaritas on Mondays, or you could get a $2 Miller High Lifes whenever.
That's every bar in Lincoln.
No, this bar was particularly cheap. Rosie's was particularly what
was it called before that?
It was kind of gross.
The before Rosie's,
I don't know. It closed down when wasn't it a music bar?
Was it a country bar?
Yes. It was something to do with music. It was something to do. There was it was a music themed bar or
Yes.
something like that.
Yes, it
a
had good
music
food.
Yes, it had a music name, and then it closed down just when I got there, and then it opened up as Rosie's a little bit into when I went to college there, and then it closed down right before I graduated, and then it became the Big Ten bar when I came back for the first time in September.
Big Ten bar.
So it was funny. When it was Rosie's
Single barrel. Thank you, Mike.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you, Mike.
no. Because Single Barrel's over in the Graduate.
It's across the street, the Single Barrel.
But before the Graduate existed,
So the Single Barrel was Rosie's.
It was on the corner,
and then
yeah.
It moved in.
And then it moved in it? Oh, okay.
yeah.
I thought it was different. But anyway, what I was gonna say though is that Rosie's was cheap and kind of gross, and I tried going to that Big Ten bar, and it was way too expensive. I was like, this is not, you can't be a fancy, expensive bar. I'm not gonna buy your food here. This is ridiculous. So I tried to eat there, and I was like, I'm not gonna eat here, and I went somewhere else.
Wow.
It's like $16. It's $17 for a burger over there.
Okay, let's talk about price. So we're all wearing hats in here.
Mhm.
And I know we like fitted hats. When's the last time you guys went into Lids to buy a fitted hat?
Oh, man.
Good God.
When I went to Nebraska Crossing 2 weeks ago. Continue.
What was the price of a fitted hat at Lids?
So I don't know what the price was, but I bought a non-fitted hat.
Okay.
I bought a 30, a 47, like I'm wearing
Yeah.
right now, Chicago Bears. It was $35.
Fitteds are 40, 45.
They're now $48.
Good God.
Okay. That is ridiculous.
That's
But you
so
know
bad.
why? So I was in Lids recently because I was looking for a specific hat. And so there was a guy waiting on me that probably was too free with information because I'm like, man, probably like 15 years ago, these were like $25. And he goes, yeah. He
Mhm.
goes, once Lids got bought by Fanatics, he goes, everything is through the roof. And I go, another thing with fitted hats, I go, they say they have all these sizes. They don't.
No, they don't.
But I go,
Isn't that the
40
point of the lids? So
Yes.
that they're all the
Yes.
sizes? Yeah.
Yes. And I said,
I got a giant melon.
Four-
I want an 8 1/4.
$48.
What are you, Mike Elko?
I don't have a
$48
giant
for a
melon.
fitted hat is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Totally normal. 7 3/8. Very,
Oh.
very normal.
I'm 7.5.
So they go smaller because then they don't. Okay. So he said, we happen to get a lot of the smaller sizes, like the 7, 7.5, and very few of the other ones because we want the demand.
Of
So
course.
people keep coming back to see if you have it.
Of course.
And I'm like, okay.
That's really stupid.
The
But-
internet exists. They know that, right?
I know.
But you
But
don't.
there is-
But
there is
trying
something
it
about
on.
going into a lid store. and all
The
hats are
immediate
right there.
gratification. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying
the
it on is
wall of
important
hats.
because
Absolutely.
the fitted hats, like I swear every fitted hat is a different shape.
New Era has like 3 different
Yes.
They do.
And you
kinds
don't
of fitted
know-
hats, and they're all very different.
And you don't know what kind you're getting if you order it on the internet. So
Yeah.
I want to buy a Royals hat, but the hat just for whatever reason just doesn't work.
Yes.
Like it doesn't work at all.
I went into the lid store at Nebraska Crossing after I had gone to all the other clearance stores, right? So I was racking it up, right? I was getting a bunch of stuff on sale. And so I went to Lids. I go, oh, okay, cool. And I just picked up a hat. And I thought incorrectly that it was on sale or it was clearance or it was whatever. And I got up to the cash register and he scanned it and I thought it'd be 20, 25 and it was 35. And in that moment, I go, I can't back out. Like, I can't tell him. I can't act like I can't afford this. It's
Can't
just
find
like,
my wallet.
yeah, no, I can't.
The only deals they do on
it.
the only deals they do on those hats is like 2 for $50. or
Well,
something like that.
so they do the mystery hats, which I actually prefer because when I get to a Lids, I get stressed. I get it induces anxiety for me because I don't know what I
Oh,
want.
really, I like Lids. Lids is a nice calming
No,
place.
but it's like, do I want a Pittsburgh Pirates hat? Do I want a Boston Red Sox hat? Do I want a Miami Dolphins hat? Like, I don't know. I get
I can
stressed
see it
about.
because you don't really have allegiance to teams.
That's-
You just wear whatever.
I like hats. I just like to collect hats.
You
all
gotta
right?
have a plan, man.
No,
You gotta go in there thinking, I'm thinking Phillies today.
No, I go in and I order the mystery boxes, and it's $17 for a mystery box. And I go, you know what? I let him pick for me. And I just I let it ride. And I've gotten some good hats and I've gotten some bad hats. Actually, speaking of that, I'm going to go ahead and purchase a mystery box right now.
All the the hotels, they have these like malls in them now in Vegas. And so on my various walks to the the glorious Mandalay Bay last week, there is a Lids. right there. And guess what? It's whatever o'clock in the morning, whenever it opens, people are like, oh, what's going on in here? They're like, they just get sucked in. They're like zombies.
No,
people just walk into lids.
Dude, you do. It is a suck-in place.
Yeah.
It definitely is. It gets you going.
What is their rate? Like walk in to buy? It's got to be one of the lowest possible stores outside of like the super high end, like the Gucci stores.
I think it's higher than you think because I've gotten sucked into a Lids and I walked out with a basketball jersey.
Like Lids is mostly for dudes, right? And dudes will have a hard time walking out and not buying something because they want to feel productive.
$1,000,000%.
Right? But like women will go into like a purse store and they'll just look around for like 30 minutes and not buy anything. And I'm like, how do you guys do this?
I can't.
This is a total waste of time.
Yeah, but at least like if you go to a Coach store, they have the benches for men.
That is true. I love those.
Clutch.
Where you
I
can
love
just sit
those.
while your significant other just peruses all the handbags that to you look all the same.
Yeah, could you come over here and look at this? It's like, looks like a purse.
How much? Why does that clutch cost $250? Because it has a logo on it. But the guy at Lids, he was way too free with information, but it was okay.
I think he was probably a longtime worker of Lids and didn't like where it was going. You know, I think he was disgruntled. The Lids
not a long-time worker. He was like 19 years old.
Oh, okay.
He said the thing. He goes one thing. He goes that jacked up the prices. He goes one, Fanatics bought us. He goes two, everybody likes special hats, so they have. So these logos.
Oh, the patches.
So the patches.
So now they double up the logos too.
Make a $45 hat, $60.
I don't like those actually.
Yeah. I want a blank hat.
I just want a normal hat that I see my favorite team wearing.
Well,
I just wanted a fitted hat. But the one thing I did notice, they are trying to appeal to the females. So like the
way to go.
Female, you know, where you can pull your hair through the back and like they have like a specific section now at Lids for just female hats. But I mean, something about a woman wearing a fitted cap.
There's also. I agree. I agree.
Really?
Girls in hats are hot.
But fitted hat.
I don't care if she's wearing a hat. Automatic point up.
Whoa,
big time.
Just automatic.
If she's got a ball cap on, yeah.
Interesting.
I'm a big fan.
What if they're hiding something?
There were some.
What would a woman hide? Now, there's a lot of us that wear hats to hide that we don't have hair anymore.
Exactly. That's what I'm hiding.
I never thought about that. Now I'm going to be when I go out today.
What's she got under there?
I dare you to take off a woman's hat and just don't say a word. Just take off her hat and just be like, oh, I just wanted to know what you got under there. It was really popular back in college. Girls would be walking around with the athletic caps, like the type of Adidas and Nike kind of dry fit, what you would run in hats. Like those were real popular. Also, beige. Girls like a good beige hat. Or like
you support them.
Or like, yeah, of course I do.
You're like, give me a girl in a beige hat.
I am more attracted to girls in hats. Yes. I'm more attracted to girls when they wear hats. They are. I think they're, I don't know. There's some about them.
Bob says, stay away from Lids. Go to Marshall's. They have caps there.
But the selection is limited.
Target.
Yeah. I could go to Target. I go to Kmart. I could go to Kohl's.
I went to Target and I bought a $10 hat. It was a Callaway hat. It was in their $10 hat section. I come back 2 weeks later. The same Callaway hats are on their golf rack and they're $35. I go, I know you just picked up those hats and moved them over and now they're $25 more expensive. Ridiculous.
The guy at Fanatics did say, I said, well, like, what are some of the perks working here? He goes, every month we get a free cap. And then they have caps that they wear that they're trying to sell.
Sure.
Just that?
That's a good gig.
That's not very good.
That's not very good at all.
That's not very good.
You get 12 free hats a year for working at Lids.
You know what I do with hats?
That's
I wear them.
$600.
Yeah. Are they hiring for the holiday season?
Well, the problem is too is that this guy over here has cut off half of the hats that I wear because he's now shamed me for wearing different teams. The only reason I could wear the Arizona Diamondbacks is because it's an American logo.
Yes.
Wow. You must be a fan of the 2001 World Series.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
Well, it's the greatest World Series.
Well, people do say that.
Well, Josh Peterson has been saying it in my ear for the last 2 weeks.
It was great. You should have been there. It was awesome.
Yeah, the parents were too busy doing something else.
Everybody kept going, Josh, why aren't you rooting for the Yankees? Don't you remember 9/11? And I said, no, I still hate the Yankees.
Well, actually, in 2001, I was in October of 2001, I was in my mother's stomach.
Okay.
I was kicking around in there.
Okay.
Well, I was, I know.
So
I was
you were in the presence of when Scott Brocious and Tino Martinez hit home runs, when Derek Jeter became
Luis
Mr. November.
Gonzalez.
Yes. What's
Tony
the,
Womack hit a double down the line.
what's the
against
guy
Mariano
that you guys
Rivera.
always say on the promo? Did this guy happen?
Young Kim?
Did Young Kim happen yet?
Young Kim.
Young Kim happen yet?
Well,
Gary said, "I wonder what a Young Wei did in reference to Young Wei Koo," and I almost lost it today.
dude, Young Wei Koo. That
He
guy
has replaced the butt fumble after
Is
last
his
night.
toe
he
okay?
kicked the ground.
How do you not get turf toe off of that? If you didn't get turf toe off of that, then I don't believe in turf toe.
He
Because his
missed-
toe
gotta-
went
he
into
gotta
the turf.
He missed the ball by at least like 4 feet.
Isn't that the microcosm of just the New York Giants since the second Super Bowl, essentially?
Probably. Well, I don't know how you do that though.
It's tough. It's tough.
You got to
Especially
really
with-
have the yips.
Yeah.
know? You got to really got something's going on.
Young Wei Yipsku?
But at least it didn't go down as a missed field goal.
Yeah, only a sack.
It was
Keep that
sack.
percentage up. That's
All right,
the big brain.
Back
play.
to Mr. Hat over here.
Yeah.
Don't you, when you see somebody wearing a hat of a specific team, you think, oh, that's their team, so
I
you'll
just-
ask them about the team?
Yeah.
Like we know Josh is a Braves fan.
Definitely.
Okay.
You got to
We-
have something in the chamber on the Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
I got it from, this is a random cap from
So
47.
what happens if somebody stops you on the street and wants to talk Diamondback baseball because they're a fellow Diamondback fan living in
Yeah,
Omaha?
like
Yeah.
I will buy hats when I go to new stadiums or new cities or something
Sure.
like that, and that's the story, right?
Yeah.
Oh, why do you have this Pittsburgh Pirates
Sure.
hat? Because I went to Pittsburgh once.
Matt Waldron's dad approached me in Arunza
Sure.
because I was wearing a Padres hat.
Sure. I just go, yeah, I'm cousins with one of the guys on the team.
Which one?
Alec Thomas.
That's your cousin?
No, he's not, but he went to Mount Carmel, which is he played at our same conference in high school. So it might as well be my cousin.
I mean, you see,
That's
like,
a
in the,
lie,
like
though.
in the airport.
The relationship is
I'll
built
just-
on a lie.
I'll just lie to him.
Hey.
I don't care.
Hey,
Who gives a-
in
who-
an-
if I'm in an airport and someone goes, "Oh, why do you have
Are you from Phoenix?
Be like, "No, my dad's from Scottsdale." "Oh, that's cool." I don't visit too much. Great meeting you. Who cares?
I wear Kansas City stuff and around, and people are like, "Oh, are you from Kansas City?"
So
I'm
are
like,
you
no.
telling me that if I just go, "No, I just like the hat," that's not valid enough?
It's appropriate, but it's. I mean, it's
You're
at
gonna
least,
get judged.
It's
You're
at
gonna
least
get
the
judged, yeah.
truth.
You know what? I don't care. Maybe I should stop caring. Maybe I should stop
There we
caring
go.
about being judged. You know what?
There we
I'm
go.
going to wear whatever hats I want to wear now. And if you want to comment on them, Gary, anyone in the YouTube wants to comment on them, it's fine. It's okay. Do you know what it does? It covers up my bad hair.
That's right.
You seem like you've definitely accepted this.
I haven't. I like to act like I'm tough, but I really give into peer pressure more often than I like to admit.
It happens. I give it a purpose. all the time.
Don't you, when you're in an airport that is not near Omaha or Nebraska and you see somebody in Nebraska or Creighton gear, don't you say,
Oh,
yeah,
Omaha?
Omaha.
Yeah.
And what happens if they go? They just stare at you.
Or just give him a little go Jays. Give him a little GBR.
Yeah.
You don't go,
You know?
"GBR?"
So if somebody walked by me and said, "Go D-backs," okay, I'd be like, "Yeah." And I keep walking.
I would actually probably. Were they talking to me? Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah, I
right.
have
I'm wearing a
D-back.
Diamondbacks hat.
Yeah.
But see, if you were a Diamondbacks fan, you'd be excited.
Yeah. What
You'd be
if-
like, "Ooh, can we talk about what we're going to do in free agency?"
No, I would never.
Who
do
we
that.
gonna
You gotta have
protecting the Rule
something in
5?
there. Like when Josh wearing his weird colored Padres hat,
Yeah.
people go up to him in the whatever out on the street. They were like, "Oh, Padres! I love Fernando Tatis." And Josh is like, "Hell yeah!"
I would.
God, they got to get rid of Machado.
They do.
I hate that guy.
So you're telling me that I have to have something locked and loaded
Yeah.
every time I
I
wear
think
somebody's
so.
hat?
Definitely.
Just
Okay.
but like a deep cut, like a
Yeah,
pole. You
yeah.
know?
Be like, yeah,
Like,
like if
I-
I'm wearing my Yankees hat, I'll be like, "Yeah, I love Tanaka, man."
I have a dream team hat, and you know what? I can talk intelligently about the dream team.
There you go. So somebody
Yeah.
comes up to you today in your Diamondbacks hat, and you say, "Man, I really thought. I mean, remember that one year where Justin Upton hit like 40 home runs?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was so good.
yeah. I'd be like, "Yeah, I really thought they had it when they signed Adam Jones."
Nice.
Okay.
Did they do that?
Yeah, they did.
Nice.
I saw Adam, and I know that, fact check me, but I know this because Adam Jones was in front of me at a Diamondbacks Cubs game.
Matt, how do I check that?
It is not a Matt fact. Okay, we have moved.
Let's
past
get on
Matt
Marquee.
facts.
Let's look this up.
When did
Oh
you?
yeah, we found you that one time.
Yeah,
You were-
he thought I was Matt facting.
Dude,
on
I
that.
did. You know who I loved as a Diamondback? I loved Dan Herron. I did. And truly, I
The
really,
pitcher?
I really love Dan Herron. Yeah, I was always a big
You were
Dan.
15.
I was always a big Dan Herron guy. Yeah.
I've never in my life heard anybody say that. So good for you.
Have you never talked to Lanny Holstein? So Lanny loves Dan Heron. We played football together one year, and we got the names on the back of our jerseys, and he put on his Heron instead of his actual name, which is Holstein.
That's awesome.
He just wanted to be like Dan Heron.
Dan Heron actually for the Diamondbacks was like a reliable pitcher.
Dan Heron was the #1 WAR guy in the 08 Diamondbacks.
That'd be like somebody Gary saying to you and me, like, man, I love Steve Cishek on the Cubs.
Yeah, there you go. Chad Qualls.
Yeah.
He's just like, I remember like Chad Qualls.
That would be a great podcast episode of, hey guys, just name the most random relievers that you can think
I got
of.
one for you that'll bridge the gap in the age generation here.
Justin Gray.
I'm a Cubs fan that loved Mark Grace, and because Mark Grace played for the Diamondbacks, I supported him.
There you go. There you go.
No, I think
he was on the 2001 Diamondbacks.
I would just be like, yeah, it's not great.
That was a good roster.
I'd just be like, man,
let's go back to it.
Ever since Greinke didn't work out, I kind of stopped rooting for the team.
Wow. Greinke worked out, though. He was good in Arizona.
Yeah, but they didn't win anything with him.
No, they did not.
They
Randy
had
Johnson, Kurt Schilling, Luis Gonzalez, Reggie Sanders, Byung Kim, Miguel Bautista, Mark Grace, Craig Counsell, your boy,
my boy,
Damian Miller, Tony Womack, Albie Lopez, Erubiel Durazo. Now that's a name. Now that is a name.
Thank God for Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling.
David DeLucci, Junior Spivey, Rod Barajas, Mike DeFelice. All those dudes were on there. Man, those guys won World Series.
And how did they beat America?
They beat America. Also, a very important man in history was on that team. The father of the best player in baseball, Bobby Witt. Bobby Witt.
Witt was on there.
Bobby Witt was on that team.
People haven't mentioned lately that his son once hit his dad a foul ball in the stands.
People forget during his rookie year, his first game in Texas.
I've not seen that on the Twitter account, Baseball's Greatest Moments.
Oh, it's coming back. Don't worry. They just recycle through everything. Let's flash back to that one time. That is
a great Twitter account.
It's the whole account. It's crazy. It's crazy.
See, I have an A's hat.
There you go.
Oh, that's a good
Dan
hat.
Heron. You could also use Dan Heron for
I
the
have
A's.
an A's hat.
Yeah.
I have a Yankees hat. I have a Montreal Expos hat.
Good hat.
Hey, by the way, A's stadium report. There's a little bit more piles of dirt down there.
Whoa!
They're moving.
Any steel?
No steel, but machinery and dirt definitely
It's
happen.
a gigantic area.
It is.
I have a black shirt hat. Am I required to be like, oh, that's my favorite black shirt?
Well, who would it be?
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Carlos Polk.
Whoa! It's not the number that's on the side of the hat.
not Sue. No, I like Baron Miles.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see that one.
Not a bad call. but
By the way, that's just me pandering.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
You're just trying to
totally-
connect to the 90s.
Yeah, I was just trying to connect to like no.
So for you, it's probably like I don't know, like Chris Webber or
it'd
something.
be JoJo Doman.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's
Okay,
right.
so
I
let me
love
ask
JoJo
this.
Doman.
So somebody your age,
Yeah.
let's say you're flying through an airport that's a couple of time zones away,
Okay.
and you see a young person wearing a Nebraska hat.
Yeah.
What are you assuming?
That they go to the
Okay.
school, that they're there. Like I met on my way back to Chicago, I met somebody, I forgot his name. I think his name was Trey. He's on the gymnastics team and he had the athlete backpack and he was walking in front of me. And I went ahead, I go, hey, you go to Nebraska? He goes, yeah. Great guy. Started talking to him. He does gymnastics. He was 5'7", but he was ripped. He's all into real estate. He wants to do his own real estate business. And he goes, I got a really big idea. I go, what is that? He goes, can't tell you. And I go, really? He goes, yeah, it's something, it's going to be real big, but I got to keep it on the low. And I'm like,
awesome.
And I'm like, okay, all right, cool.
That's
No.
an interesting.
I'm like, no big deal. It's like, that's fine. Here, I can find him.
That's the conversation you have when you're sitting next to somebody on the plane.
This was in,
Got this big idea.
we were boarding, like we were in the little gate, like in the board. He was like, yeah, I can't tell you, but like, I'm passionate about it and I love it. And I'm like really excited. He's like, it's just all that. And I go, what do? You a ring guy? You a pommel horse guy? He goes, I do it all. And I'm like, oh,
All around.
All around.
I'm like, all around. All right, cool. So
I wonder what the
his name was.
I wonder what the new
Tristan.
innovation in real estate is.
Tristan Nye.
No.
Tristan. It was Tristan Nye. It was this guy. Yeah.
Bill Nye.
It was this guy.
Let's go.
Oh.
Looks like a gymnast.
He's a freshman, so he's got big aspirations. Tristan does, but he's like, yeah, I can't tell you.
Stibbs writes in. He says this guy sounds annoying AF.
Yeah.
No, he was a great guy to talk to. He was real. I'll tell you right now, like I've talked to a lot of athletes, and there are some athletes who are real, like, go with the flowy, like they're just blessed to have like athletic gifts and they know they're great. And then there are guys who are wired, like they're always on coffee, like all the time. They are always on milligrams of caffeine.
Strongsville, Ohio. Yes,
and this Tristan guy was the latter. He was locked in. There's never a moment where he's not locked in.
Is he any good?
He's a freshman.
Let's check the stats.
He's got an.
He's a freshman. He's already got this big idea.
I know, right?
He's
this
ahead of
guy's
the
locked
game.
in.
I wish I had any ideas.
Trust me, the first time you ever walk around a college campus, you think every idea you have is a big idea that no one's ever thought of.
He was a 2021 Pommel Horse National Champion, a 2-time United States Championship qualifier, a 4-time regional champion in the Pommel Horse Rings and Bolt.
How much NIL is he getting?
He's a 29-time state champion in Ohio.
Dude, do they have stats on this? What's the deal?
No, he hasn't done anything. He hasn't performed. Is that performed?
They probably have not had a meet
Competed?
yet.
Competed? Yes.
January 17th, Rocky Mountain Open.
Woo!
They always start there. That's a big Nebraska gymnastics, I think, always starts there.
I PA'd some gymnastics.
That's Nebraska.
How was
Ohio
that?
State.
Awesome.
Do you just announce who's up?
I can't really remember. Yeah, I guess that's how it works.
They asked me, they go, do you want to announce gymnastics on Big 10 Plus? And I go, I have no idea how this, so no at all. Like, no, thank you.
Yeah, I get that.
They always say in the business, like, never say no, never say no. You got to say yes to everything. I'm like, this is one of those instances where for the sake of me and the sake of the listener, I'm going to say
You got to
no.
put yourself in a winning position at the same time.
Exactly.
You don't
No, KYP, know your personnel. Okay. It's the key to life. Maybe the Husker football team should.
Preview of Jay's live tonight. What are we talking about?
We got Creighton volleyball coach Brian Rosen joining the show this
Good
evening
get.
to preview. Also, there's rumors of Jay's live at the half getting banged tonight because of a performance.
Ooh.
So
What?
we have been silenced again.
The Superstars?
No, there's some sort of dance thing.
I thought D. Wayne was going to beatbox for you.
Some sort of dance situation. No.
Bo Schembechler?
No, let me check.
I screwed up I know how to say his name. I screwed up Schembechler. I know. You said Shem.
Bo knows.
Shim Shims is what he was alluding to.
The Shim Shams, the old
Shim
people
Shams.
dancing.
Why don't we have, you know what? Another thing that's also been
There's a fusion all-star dance.
Okay. Good on them.
What are they fusing?
Why don't they bring back the cloggers?
I don't know.
How would you feel if they brought out the Superstars for the Creighton Nebraska game on Sunday?
Again? Run it back?
Yeah, run it back.
I went over
don't
it all the
answer.
first time.
Don't answer.
As a meme. Like as a meme. They go, we're going to do it again.
I think it'd be great.
I think it'd be awesome. Well,
Good bit.
Well, you would want,
It
because of what
was
the result was.
It was though, because I worked with those guys in minor league baseball. They're great. That was awful because the first half was terrible. Everybody was upset at the officials. So the officials are coming off the floor. People are livid at the officials, and immediately Superstars starts, and the performance was terrible. And people were like,
dude, Kevin Durant Theater was like, what did I do? You know?
I mean, they were booing the halftime performance because they were upset at the home team and the officials.
I know.
Got to take our frustrations out on something.
And they were terrible. They like that. No one knew what they were doing.
I got a question for you. What is a good Superstars performance?
That's a fair question.
Like
Okay.
what? Like the Superstars
Kids
at
Day.
their prime. What are they doing? Because they were
Baseball
just falling out
baseball
of
is
the
their wheelhouse because they get more time. Like basketball at halftime, they're limited.
Say the Superstars need more time.
No, because
is
in
the
baseball they get
question.
like 6 times they're on the field.
Yeah,
I'm on the
Basketball,
website.
they're boom, they're there. It just the timing was bad,
So
and it was that day was
what
awful
do we
at
what
PBA.
do, so what
Not
do
a
we
great
think
day.
when the Superstars come back, right? On
think that-
Sunday. Who do we want? Who do we want our lineup to be? I would think Barack Obama.
No, you got to go sports.
Oh, okay. So Clammy Sosa.
Clammy Sosa would be fine. I don't know. Kids would get it though.
How about Dick Flytail? That'd be a good one.
That's a good.
Or do you just want face like just
Give me a recent athlete. recent play on athlete. Somebody who's active.
LeBronco James.
There we go.
No.
There we go.
Rusty Walrus.
Now that's just a guy, I think.
That's off of Rusty Wallace.
Oh, how about
dresses a race
Squidney
car.
Crosby? Squidney Crosby.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So I think my dream. What's your dream? What's your Mount Rushmore superstars? I think for me, it would have to be Tommy La Swordfish, Nomar Garcia Parrot,
No Kevin Durant eater?
no Ichi Roach Suzuki,
Now that's funny.
That's
And-
a fun. That's a good looking costume.
and Donovan McCrabb for sure.
Donovan McCrabb.
I got to go Ken Giraffe Jr.
You know what? Dennis Frogman is a close fifth.
Oh, Dennis Frog. I think he was part of the last performance.
What, was Dennis Frogman there?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
And then he went off to Vegas. And,
And then all of a sudden, Dennis Frogman was on WCW television.
Because they did go on America's Got Talent. They tried to win America's Got
Yeah,
Talent.
they bring out the big Jeff Gore dog out there.
How'd they do?
They
They get a
made it to
gong?
like the quarterfinals. I think?
Okay.
They had to have done like Elephant Presley if they went out to AGT.
No, yeah. Bigelow says Snail Earnhardt Jr. was there 2 years ago. There's got to be a video in my phone.
Yeah, which ones were which?
So this would have
Did
been
we get Whale
2023.
Gretzky?
I don't remember. The first half was terrible. The refs were brutal. Fred
It would have
chased the
been-
refs off the floor. And as the refs are going off the floor,
Great times.
here come the superstars right by them.
They should just do. They should do the superstars that aren't allowed into the Hall of Fame. Okay, so get Shark McGuire.
All of very good.
No. The
superstars.
band Hall of Fame
Oh, there they are.
superstars. Shark McGuire,
Oh, okay.
Roger Clemens, Bear Bonds, and Alex
Okay,
Rodriguez.
So I have a
That would
picture
be
of
the PED superstar.
I got three. I got Kevin Durant eater, Dennis Frogman, and what's the snail one? Snail Earnhardt Jr.
Snail Earnhardt Jr.
Snail Earnhardt Jr.
What,
Those
did-
were the trio last time.
Oh, they didn't have Centipede Rose?
Well, there might have been more, but I only got a picture of those three. Which, wow, what a time! What a time!
I'm telling you, they should do the PED superstar.
Baylor Shireman was blowing kisses at everybody.
Yeah.
Or just at
Teach
Allie
kids not
Badenhorst.
to do PEDs.
Yes. Do a scare you straight superstars with Frog Rodriguez, Bear Bonds. Oh, and you could do Manta T. Ramirez too.
Man, what a time!
Those were fun times.
Yep.
Things are different, Lincoln, now. They're 8-0. I didn't know if you knew that.
I had longest winning streak in the
Is
nation.
it really appropriate to do Seal Rena Williams? I don't know if that's very.
What are you saying? Are you saying that they're meaning something when they say that?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, wow.
It's kind of
Jeez.
rude. I'm saying they're rude.
Nobody would have noticed that.
Yeah, until you brought it up.
Yep.
Yep.
Nobody's as dialed in on the superstars as I am.
All right. Well, you guys have a great
Have
day.
a good show tonight, and this show, and then have another good show tonight.
We got so many shows.
What do you think? How many?
Don't look at me.
How many bodies in attendance tonight? 14?
Under
14K?
Yeah. They're 13-6.
Okay.
That's my guess.
That'd be a tough one. 8 o'clock against Nichols on a Tuesday.
8
Snow on the ground.
8
Snow on
o'clock
the ground?
is really, really hurting me. Really hurting. Not appropriate.
Is it a doubleheader on True TV?
I don't know what the game is before. Let's check.
Oh,
we
yeah.
got JB Long tonight.
Is there a slide?
Probably.
Oh.
Probably.
Should I add my close personal friend Noah Eagle on Snapchat? It's recommending me to do so.
No.
Definitely.
True TV. All right, let's scroll
This is
ahead.
a good night of ball.
Butler hosts Eastern Michigan ahead of Creighton.
Oh.
Butler. I think Butler was pretty high up there in the net rankings.
Yeah, some have them like as the third or fourth best team in the Big East right now.
It's a 6 o'clock.
Oh.
We're going 8:15 tonight.
Oh no.
Oh.
Hey Gary,
We'll put the cot out for you, Matt.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I was gonna say be ready to carry the show, but I don't know if that's.
Seems pretty normal.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, have a good show.
All right, that's crossover powered by Everlevel Concrete Repair in Omaha
I
at
just set myself up.
everlevelconcrete.com. It is Tuesday. We'll start things off next.
That's the crossover. The Connor Happer Show is next on 1620 The Zone.
Bitter cold start to Tuesday with any breeze. Wind chills drop near and below zero. Also watch out for some isolated freezing fog as well. Sunshine early on will give way to more clouds throughout the day. Not as cold in the afternoon with highs in the low to mid 30s. I'm meteorologist Sean Everson from KETV Newswatch 7.
Cross Train Brewing Company, the official sponsor of One Beer Friday on 1620 The Zone, where beer is Nebraska fresh, never boring, and always evolving. Find them at the original location in La Vista, at their DraftWorks location downtown, or at crosstrainbrewing.com.
It's the Connor Happer Show. Are we sure we want to do this?
Could you, make an announcement that we're ready?
It's the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
All right, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. It's the Connor Happer Show. You're on 1620 The Zone and on 1620thezone.com. Connor Happer, Josh Odson with you on this lovely, lovely Tuesday. We got the sun today. Oh, wait, never mind. The clouds came back.
I'll take a mix.
I'll take a mix. It felt like one of those January. I mean, I guess it's December, but it felt like one of those January days where the snow is frozen to the ground. It looks like it snowed weeks ago, and the sun is out, and it's just reflecting off of all of the ice.
Very bright this morning.
Very, very, very bright this morning. Also, people still have it was really, really cold this morning. So before the sun came out, I imagine it was pretty difficult travel-wise with the streets being a little slick. So everybody, hopefully everybody's safe out there. And we get to embark on another day. Day one without a defensive coordinator for Nebraska. Get the wheel out, Josh.
We're compiling a list of names.
I don't I don't think it's probably worth it.
Oh, okay.
But we can talk about various candidates every day. I mean, maybe we could have a candidate of the day, and it's basically the same thing except for minus the wheel. What do you think about Jim Knowles? Would you like Jim Knowles?
Underwhelming.
If Penn State goes and hires Kalani Sitake, which who knows if the crumble cookie guy has anything to say about it, maybe they won't.
Over my dead body, said the crumble cookie CEO.
Jim Knowles will probably be looking for a job. That guy's good. He was the defensive coordinator at Ohio State the last couple of years before this, and then Oklahoma State turning Gundy's defense around before that. I don't know. Underwhelming, Josh? Underwhelming?
I was with you, and then you said Gundy, and I'm like,
he was hanging out with Gundy.
That thing was a tire fire.
But he turned. I mean, this is like 4 or 5 years ago. He was turning around Gundy's defense
before the unpleasantness.
Before they really started to stink. Yeah,
couldn't win a conference game to save their lives.
No, he wasn't a part of that.
Okay,
he wasn't a part of that this year. He was at Penn State this year, not being able to win a conference game to save their life until November. Until
Nebraska rolled around.
Today on the show, Allan Bell will join. We'll talk some NFL with him at 11:30. That's our lineup, powered by the referees at John Higgins Weather Guard. Love to hear from you all today, 402-951-1620 on the Prairie Flower Casino Zone hotline. You can call our text set number, tweet at Happer Show, at Counter Happer on the JTech Construction Zone Twitter feed. That is at verified Connor Happer.
Verified. You went from suspended to verified.
I've gone through the proper channels, and they decided, Connor, you are verified now.
What were those channels? What was the interview process like?
There
Connor?
Wasn't any money that transferred hands or anything like that. They just gave it to me, and now you could just go to at Connor Happer on Twitter, and the show will be there. I'm going to try and figure out how to stream Jay's live to it tonight.
Oh,
there we go. We're already at Blue Jay MBB. But why not just throw it on mine too? I want people to, be able to have access to me all the time.
It's called broadcasting. Emphasis on the broad.
Yeah, exactly. And so you have to go through the proper channels to get that ability on Twitter these days. And I'm not proud to admit that I have. So, yep, sad. I'm a sellout, but
money bags happen.
I do really like having my tweet deck back. I don't have to press all the buttons to get out. I don't have to change the accounts and stuff like that. It's nice. So when you tweet at Happer Show, I will see it again, which is awesome, which is great news for me. So feel free to send in your tweets that way. Email the Equitable Bank inbox, which you can email anytime. Once again, access to people at all times. Like I got an email from Bill last night at 8:00.
Bill
at 8:00 emailed into the Equitable Bank inbox, and he said this.
It's open 24/7. Go ahead.
Connor, I had a dream last night that Matt Rhule did not get his extension and he left for Penn State. Then Nebraska announces their new coach, Pat Fitzgerald. Then I woke up and reality set in. Damn, that was a good dream, Bill. What do you think about that?
I don't hate it, but I don't love it either.
Okay. I also got an email from Michael. Oh, I don't want to dox him now, but we got an email from Michael as well that we can get to.
I'm Michael
during the show today. So that's the Equitable Bank inbox, and of course we say good morning to the YouTube streamers today. Hi everybody. It's great to see Stibbs. It's great to see Brian. It's great to see Debo, Hot Danger, all of those recent commenters into the show. Even John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, who has to remind us every single day that he has trained himself to enjoy the crossovers.
It sounds like he genuinely loves the crossovers now.
Dan texts into the show.
Hi, Dan.
Can I reach Josh Peterson through Connor Happer's Twitter?
Oh,
yes.
Would you pass along
all
the tweets to Josh via text?
Absolutely.
That's a great service you're providing.
Here's an email from Bruce. Please get back to real sports and what's important. Cheese and Rice, when is the Savannah Bananas going to announce the lottery picks? Oh God, I have no idea. I forgot that existed.
What?
Remember the Savannah Bananas are coming to town? Well, yeah, because they have so much demand, like they can only let
a ticket lottery.
Yeah.
I thought that whatever fictional league they're in was having a draft today.
I actually do think they have that because they have so many teams now. But like the Bananas get the first pick in every round. You know, it's kind of one of those things.
And there was a softball draft today, so I was like, oh, is it different sports draft day?
There's just random drafts that pop up at any given moment these days.
Baptism by Fire on the YouTube chat.
Hi.
The lottery results aren't until March.
Oh, it's going to be a long winter of you all waiting. I already found out about the lottery results from the Masters this year, so I'm not going to that. Denied.
Already?
Yeah, I think that was in maybe like October.
Oh.
Something like that. You enter.
I gotta set a calendar reminder.
I get the emails and I do whatever is required every single time. I met the criteria. I never get access to the Masters.
Okay.
Just want to go for one practice
someday.
day. That's all. All right. So feel free to get in touch with the show any of those ways. NFL reaction, overreaction coming up today. Josh is in lieu of Josh's bottom 5 of something. Josh's top 5 poll questions of November.
I got him.
November is over. It's time for December, and it's time for Josh to look back on a memorable month.
It was a November to remember.
We had in poll questions?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm excited for this. You downplaying it makes it even more exciting in a way. Also, the college football playoff rankings come out tonight. Pre-conference championship weekend.
Oh, I can't wait until Canes fans get on Twitter and bitch and moan like they always do.
Going to get a real sense of what needs to happen this week for some of those types of teams. We'll take a quick look at the drive chart today, where Nebraska goes next and why John Butler was removed and all of that stuff. And we have Creighton basketball tonight.
Hoops.
That's right. We love the 8 o'clock tip-offs.
I actually do like an 8 o'clock.
You do, because it happens during your period of time in which you are able to watch television and you don't have to drive home from the game afterwards.
That's right.
You just get to watch it on your couch.
I do.
We invite everybody out to come join us at the game tonight, where you will see a variety of fantastic things. Yep. Everything.
Will one of those fantastic things be the 5 players in uniform for Creighton?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Absolutely.
Good.
All right. That is the setup for today's show. We're happy you're with us. We'll come back around at the hour when we return in the Connor Happer Show right here on 1620 The Zone. But first, I'd like to remind you about Underdog Fantasy, where fast breaks, buzzer beaters, and block parties are back. And however you'd like to get in on the action, you could do it on Underdog right now in Nebraska this season. You can make team picks and player picks. Just download the app, sign up, and you'll get $100 in bonus entries when you make your first $5 fantasy entry. Using Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite team will win or if your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like points, rebounds, steals, and more. Plus, with Underdog's quick payouts, you can get your profits fast. So download the app today and use promo code HAPPER1620 to score $100 in bonus entries when you make your first $5 fantasy entry, player picks, team picks, all on Underdog. Crypto.com predictions powered by Underdog Predict. Trading derivatives involve risk and may not be appropriate for all. For more information, visit nadex.com/rules and underdogfantasy.com/rules. For Crypto.com predictions, the term pick refers to a product traded on CDNA. Must be 19 plus and present in Nebraska. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
The Connor Happer Show. Follow us on Twitter @Happer Show for all the latest news and views. We may even say something interesting once in a while.
Unlikely.
Really, guys?
happy day after Cyber Monday, which means all the companies announced that it is, in fact, Cyber Week.
Whoa, we've extended the deal.
Cyber Week. Can you believe this? It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. We're going to extend it. Yeah, I just got a notification from my dear friends at Southwest Airlines, and they told me that it's Cyber Week and Travel Tuesday, which means you could get great deals on flights, but only during certain times and with very, very strict qualifiers.
I was watching the nightly news last night, as I tend to do, and the one day this weekend,
I'm David Muir.
3.1 million people traveled via airplane, the most in human history.
Are you kidding me?
No.
That happened?
That happened.
Again?
Yeah.
We set another record?
Another travel record.
Can you believe it? I can't. Now, did they get their information from AAA?
I would assume so, yes. Or the FAA, one of the two.
They would know. They would know. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt writes in.
Hi, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
I wonder if Connor is eating purple Doritos again today. Great question. I will be.
You will be.
I didn't finish them all yesterday. I also brought Uncrustables because today's a day where I need to eat lunch at a normal time because I won't eat dinner until an also normal time, and I can't eat my normal dinner at 3:00. Yesterday, I made spaghetti and meatballs at like 3:30.
Connor, that's what we had for dinner last night.
Oh, how was it?
It was good.
It was delicious.
We had it at about 5:30 though.
That's a more normal time.
Uh-huh.
I don't eat dinner at normal times because I eat breakfast and then I eat dinner at 3:30.
Oh, I know.
4:00. It happens. And then, probably after that, you watched David Muir, right?
Yeah, while we were eating our spaghetti. I believe while we were preparing it, we were watching.
Ray B says this is a Takis state.
Poll question: is Nebraska a Takis state?
I think Nebraska is about as much of a Doritos state as you could get. There might not be a more Doritos state.
The children love the Takis, but the Doritos are timeless.
Is there a more Doritos state than Nebraska?
Okay.
And maybe like North Dakota or something. I don't know what goes on.
What are you implying about Doritos?
I don't know. I don't know what goes on in North Dakota, but I just think Nebraska sometimes it's I just think, Mountain Dew and Doritos.
I'll throw one at you. West Virginia.
Very Mountain Dew.
Uh-huh.
Very Mountain Dew.
And that goes hand in hand with Doritos.
Yeah, but you could do Doritos, but like we don't eat like I think they probably eat more honey buns than we do.
Well, Nick Saban ate a couple honey buns every morning.
No, he had oatmeal cream pies.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I apologize. Yep,
and I love oatmeal cream pies. I wish we were more of an oatmeal cream pie state. I wish we were more of an Entenmann's crumb cake state.
Whoa.
But we haven't had them in years. And so every time I go to the East Coast, my dad will call me and he will say, son, can you bring back Entenmann's crumb cake? I know they have it. I looked it up.
Smuggle me a crumb cake.
And so I do. I usually try to every time I go to the East Coast. I get the
is that
oatmeal cream? No, the Entenmann's crumb cakes.
Is that like
they have the coffee cakes?
Like, hey, if we restrict access to this product, people will clamor for it.
I don't think so because it's been gone for at least a decade now.
Like, oh man, I can't get Yingling here. Give me Yingling. But if Yingling was here every day, which it will be in Iowa next year, which is in 1 month, by the way.
I'm the only person that I know that really, really wants the Entenmann's crumb cakes, the New York style crumb cakes.
I feel like if I could get one every day, I wouldn't. But since I cannot obtain it here locally, I want it.
They used to have them.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have them at Baker's.
Yeah.
And mostly just Baker's, I think. But they used to have them here. And they don't have them anymore when you go to and they still have the Entenmann's end caps, but they got donuts, and powdered sugar donuts and the coffee cakes and stuff like that. That's not what in the mini coffee cakes. You don't want any of that stuff. You want the New York style full crumb cake. They don't have them here. It's only on the East Coast. I guess I don't know what the status of crumb cakes are on the West Coast. I don't know.
Report back to us.
Yeah, please.
You were just out there. Did you see any?
I didn't look for the Entenmann's crumb cakes.
I would.
There were 7-Elevens though.
It's a very East Coast company.
Yeah, I mean they have New York style crumb cakes.
Yeah.
I got a text from a friend.
Hi, friend.
This person said, we don't have enough black people to be a Takis state. Very much a Doritos state because we eat walking tacos. Now, walking tacos, you could take your pick. Do you want Fritos or Doritos?
I'm going to assume this is...
Yeah, you know who said this.
Okay.
So, and he's right.
Just the way you were talking, I'm like, okay, this better be the person I'm thinking of.
This person is correct. But yeah,
Doritos
how do you like your walking taco is maybe one of the most Nebraska things that I could possibly say. Do you like it with Fritos or Doritos? And everybody will say I like it with the nacho cheese Doritos. I don't
love a walking taco, but if we're going to do it, I guess I would pick yes.
I remember when it used to be special that a concession stand had the walking tacos.
Yep.
And now you have to have the walking tacos. Otherwise, you're worthless as a concession stand. Every concession stand has the walking tacos because the companies, they made them, they make the specific bags now specially for the walking tacos.
Mm-hmm.
Never used to be the case.
Not when I was growing up. It was a hot dog or a bag of popcorn.
A lot of things have changed. By the way, speaking of things that are coming near us, have you heard the news that Missouri can gamble now?
Yes, I had.
Because every sportsbook company probably told you that.
Imagine being a state that doesn't currently have mobile sports gambling.
When I see their rollouts, all the sportsbooks rollouts over the last couple of days, like, hey, we're in Missouri, and so we're bringing all of our big endorsers to Missouri and Kansas City and St. Louis and whatever, and here it is, and then we'll do a bunch of like content around it because these are like content companies now too. It's very odd.
They got a whole network over there at FanDuel.
They do like. Here's in honor of sports betting in Missouri. Here's like the top. Here's the greatest Royals lineup of all time. So I wondered, when they come to Nebraska eventually, what will they do? Like, do you want to lean hard into college football? I suppose that's the only.
Well,
or do you just do like NFL? Like,
it depends on who's around.
Okay,
certain people will not like you. Like top 10 Huskers of all time. Like, that would be frowned upon by certain
that's all right.
Heads of state.
That's okay. I just wonder what they would do. I wonder what that would look like.
I believe there would be I think the bus would be parked outside our station.
Oh, should be. Baptism by fire writes in.
Hi, baptism by fire.
Taco flavored Doritos are amazing.
Good take.
They are, but it's like a once in a
that's
like once in every 10 bags of Doritos purchase.
At least.
Like I stay pretty steady on vacillating between nacho cheese and Cool Ranch. Every probably third bag I'll get the purple ones. And I don't buy Doritos very often from the store. Only when I get the real inclining. And then I'm like, you know what? I just got done with my nacho cheese bag. Let's go over to the taco bag. And it's the throwback bag. Looks cool. I'm supportive of the taco Doritos. Rob writes in.
Hi, Rob.
On the Eckerl Bank inbox. Connor, do you know what Doritos are made out of? Corn. Do you know where some of that corn for Doritos is grown?
No.
Nebraska.
Oh.
There's a Frito-Lay plant in Gothenburg, and much of the corn around that area is grown and delivered to Frito-Lay and made into chips. So maybe there is some real life truth to Nebraska is a Doritos state.
You took it in the literal sense.
We literally make the Doritos.
Poll question up at Happer Show. Is there a more Doritos state than Nebraska?
Everybody says that we're the volleyball state. We're the Doritos state.
Now that's funny. You could make a shirt that has a red bag of Doritos and a blue bag of Doritos.
The Doritos state. The Doritos state.
Also up, is Nebraska a Takis state?
I don't think we are.
It's
Omaha is more unanimous. Of a Takis city than the rest of the state.
Okay. Yeah. That might have been the better question.
All right. Let's take a break. What a segment.
Good segment.
talk some defense when we return on 1620 The Zone.
Good segment. The Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone. Let's get back to the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
What's up with this weird thing in the chat today where people are mad because they think we're taking long breaks? The breaks are very normal.
They're literally, and I mean literally,
They've never been more normal.
the shortest breaks, 6A to 6P.
They've never been more normal. There's nothing abnormal about the lengths of the breaks today.
No show on 1620 The Zone is getting you back to the show quicker than the Connor Happer
So
Show.
all of a sudden, one person said it, and then they're like, yeah, I think these breaks are long. What's up with that? I can assure you everything is very cool and very normal. So normal that Headley wrote in a couple fun facts on the YouTube stream.
Oh, thanks, Headley.
Interesting fact, it takes 5,437 individual Dorito chips to fill a standard size bathtub.
All right.
And then also, Headley followed up, 8960, that's the number of ounces of Dorothy Lynch that fit in a 70-gallon standard size bathtub.
I'm guessing Headley is a math whiz of some kind.
I don't know. Maybe it just was out there.
Rattling these stats out.
Those are great stats.
Mm-hmm.
You ever wanted to fill a bathtub with Dorothy? Have you ever wanted to fill a bathtub with something other than water?
Yes.
I have.
Mm-hmm.
I've had that pull in my life, but I've never done it because I don't want to clean it up.
I feel like the time's probably passed you by on that one.
Because I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like the bathtub, like it becomes. You kind of have to throw the bathtub away after that. And how do you throw a bathtub away? Like,
That's right.
I don't want to buy a new bathtub.
Just put it on the curb with a sign taped to it that says free.
Yeah,
It'll be gone.
But then I have to take out the bathtub
Sure,
and then install a new bathtub, and I'm not equipped for that.
No.
So if maybe I don't know if they're in some sort of like demolition, situation where this is the last time you'd ever use this tub, I'd start filling up with chocolate syrup or something like that.
Could we find a clawfoot bathtub at a garage sale or consignment store of some kind?
Yeah.
And in the parking lot, fill it with something.
I hope
all you would need there is a truck.
By the way, I've never had any pull to bathe inside of the thing that was in the bathtub. I just want to fill it up and see how it would look. Now, if anybody else wants to come along and, jump into the bathtub full of caramel sauce, then
that's on you.
They can feel free to do so.
Yeah.
We'll just leave it because we're not going to clean it up.
What's that commercial we're running now about the old furnace, the old heater in your house?
Yeah.
Is your bathtub older than the moon landing? Marilyn Monroe?
Give it to us. We'll pour stuff in it. Yeah. Like a bathtub. You know what we never had as a kid? Not to go too far. I mean, we're off to a great start today. We never had the places where you could just jump into the foam pits.
Oh,
I am so jealous of these kids. They get to jump into the foam pits. We had the ball thing, the disgusting ball chamber, but you didn't get to jump into it at all. It was just a pit of balls.
Mm-hmm. You kind of had to wade through it.
Yeah, and it wasn't like deep enough to where you could like really go under or anything like that. I want to jump in one of those foam pits.
I hate the texture of that foam, but I do like the idea.
Like the freedom of just jumping off of a platform and diving into a pit of foam.
I've seen my kid do it.
That sounds awesome. I really want to. And so you went to one of those foam pit parks and you didn't jump in? Or are you allowed to?
There's like one section where you can, and it is difficult to move. Like, I already thought, like, okay, I'm gonna have a little trouble getting through there, but oh my gosh, it was a struggle.
Okay, all right, now we can get back on topic, I suppose. But just know that that's something I want to do. I want to fill up a tub with something that's not water, and I want to jump into a foam pit. That's what I want to do. Those are my next things.
Okay.
I also got a text from a close friend last night, and this person alerted me that they were getting a panini press, and I said,
"Whoa, what year is it?"
I want a panini press.
Is it 2002?
No, it's 2025, and it will be 2026.
Are panini presses back?
Were they gone, or I don't know the status of panini presses.
Yeah,
I want one. That's what I know.
I had one. My parents had one,
and this person suggested that we combine the panini press plus the meat slicer, and then open up a deli like we have always dreamed.
Sure.
Greg in Myrtle Beach writes in,
hello, Greg.
Wonder why the middle school rule huge third-year bump topic has been pushed back even further than that Caitlin Clark thing. What's the topic? I mean, we're going to talk about the defense here in a second, but the year 3 bump did not happen.
I was told it would. It was our birthright.
The year three bump really did not happen. That doesn't mean that there wasn't progress being made behind the scenes. Nebraska is in a better place as a program than it was a year ago. That could still be the case.
Sure.
I don't know that for sure, but that could still be the takeaway from year 3. But no, the year 3 magic, the fairy dust that was supposed to be sprinkled all over year 3 Matt Rhule, we did not get that. We did not get that. Sorry.
We did not.
And we will push that topic further back than the Caitlin Clark thing. I wanted to get to an email that I got during the crossover this morning.
Oh.
From Michael, as I said.
Hello, Michael.
Good morning. Connor, I read the opening title on the YouTube screen today about does Matt Rhule deserve credit for firing John Butler? And I saw red. No, absolutely not. This is not a solution at Nebraska anymore. It's become an epidemic year in and year out. What program can actually make consistent strides if all we do is fire and hire new guys every 1 to 2 years? That has to deject players, remaining staff, and paints an unflattering picture of the program. Can you go through a list of coaches we've gone through and just cut the list down since 2022? I mean, I could, but you can't name them all without looking. I mean, like assistants or just coordinators? Either way, the list is long because Nebraska's had 2 different staffs over that period of time.
Gross.
And Nebraska just will be on its 4th defensive coordinator in 5 years next year.
That's probably
well.
not
Actually,
good.
they'd be on their. Let's see. So they had 2 in 22. They had two in 22.
Okay.
And then 23 and 24 were the same guy, and then 25 and then 26. So what does that equal? 4 in 4 years, I suppose.
Yeah.
That's for defensive coordinator. For offensive coordinator, they've had 2 over 3 years with Matt Rhule, and then several in the Frost era before that. And
Whipple.
Will they have a new one next year? I don't know. It's possible. Anything's on the table for the next couple months. But anyway, I digress. Michael continues. It's ironic. Everyone who comes in and talks about we have to be big and physical and play like Iowa, Frost said it, Riley said it, and I believe Matt Rhule has at least swayed that way. You know the difference? Iowa has low turnover when it comes to coaches. Laugh all you want at Brian Ferentz. They still beat Nebraska year in and year out. Take away the fluke Casey Thompson game in 2022, and they've owned us. Well, they've owned us regardless of that as well. Why can't any coach get it together here and put an actual concrete staff in place that works and leave it alone? Whose fault is it? It's the head coach's fault. So no, Connor, we do not give 2 likes to Matt Rhule's decision to fire another guy and have a new defensive coordinator for the umpteenth time again. This has become an embarrassment for the program and, quite frankly, the university. It's not as if our coaches or head coaches are leaving and taking the next step. It's that they can't take any step in the right direction to ever get this thing figured out. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk
let's
about it.
Let's walking taco about it.
Great episode description by me.
Yeah, it really got the people reacting.
It got y'all triggered.
It's a topic that I just threw out there. But it's a good, I mean, continuity is undoubtedly a good thing. And yes, it is part of the cake and part of the formula to why Iowa has been what Iowa has been over Kirk Ferentz's time. They've had continuity. They've had the same defensive coordinator forever. And it's a same. They've had staff members move in and out and stuff like that. It's not like they've had no turnover over that period of time. But yeah, the big names are the big names, and they stay. But that's also because it's been good the entire time, right? And I do think there is something to, and I think this is part of Michael's point, which is, how are we supposed to know if this is going to be good or not if they don't give anybody chances? If you have 4 defensive coordinators over a 4-year stretch, do we really have a great sense of how good that coach is going to be? And honestly, I think there is some real truth to that. There is some real truth to that. But so I think ultimately you have to sort of, as weird as this is to say right now, because I know not a lot of people do, you kind of just have to trust the coach's judgment on these things, like the person who's in charge.
Yeah, Matt Rhule's in the building every single day.
So you just have to be like, well, if he doesn't think this is going in the right direction, and this is not something that will get better, and this is not the right person to have lead it going forward, then we have to go along with that. Once again, I'm not making the argument that Butler should have stayed. I don't think that's where you want to start as it pertains to continuity on the staff. But Michael's got a great point. I mean, the continuity is really important, and continuity breeds identity.
Absolutely.
I don't know that Nebraska really has one right now. With that being said, Butler was viewed as a guy who was, but how it was sold to us, not directly, but sort of how we coped with it, as the kids say these days, how we sort of come to accept John Butler, because people had questions about him right away. They were like, this guy's never really coordinated defense at the Power 5 level before, just 1 year at Penn State. So like, what are we supposed to do with this? And the sell was, well, it's really Rhule's defense, and Rhule's never going to have a bad defense, and they're always going to be able to stop the run. And also Phil Snow is there to kind of keep everything in line and all that stuff. Well, it didn't really work out. They didn't have a good defense. Or 2 weeks ago, I would have told you that they had a fine defense. Now I tell you, after these last 2 games, that it was a bad defense, because those two things over the last 12 or so days here, they just can't happen. It can't happen that way. I don't care about the personnel that you have, but it's how it looks too, and it's a moving target. And I don't feel like Nebraska was physical enough. I don't feel like they were tough enough, and all that stuff. And so, Rhule has to decide who he wants to put this in charge of. And if we're getting closer and closer to reckoning day, which we are every single day, whenever reckoning day is, year 4, you're closer than you are in year 1. Year 4 is next year. So I want to put a guy in charge who I feel like can get us to the point where it's successful. And let's find something, and then we'll worry about continuity at that point. I like, it's not, you can't just do continuity for the sake of continuity, right? It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
If and make the switch.
And so it's tough. It's a difficult thing to balance. But I 100% agree with the idea that Nebraska is a program that needs some stability. There's no doubt. You just have to find the right.
Yeah, you can't just have anyone.
And so people will go back to like, hey, if there's one thing about Rhule, it's he makes people. I don't mean this in a bad way, but like people on the staff, like he makes them uncomfortable, because if you're not going to win, if you're not going to have successful units, then you just won't be here. And so I think there's a positive in that too. We've always asked coaches to do that. He is long since spelled the notion of like, I'm hiring my friends and I want to give my friends opportunities and stuff like that. Like, that's not a thing here. He's not that person. So do give him credit for that, because that's something that we've complained about before here, But all that matters at the end of the day is if the defense is good or not. I think that's kind of what
it was
want.
Teetering towards the end of the season, and it finally broke the last 2 or 3 games.
Yep, 2 for sure. Let's go to the phones on we start another day of phone calls. I can't wait. What's on the line today on the Prairie Flower Casino Zone hotline? Here's Joe. Hey, Joe, you're on the show. What's up? Joe is not on the show. Sorry, Joe. Maybe I said Joe's point.
Oh.
And Joe was like, he just said my point. I'm out of here. Mustache Adam tweets in.
Hello, Mustache.
Can't both things be true at the same time? Rhule deserves some credit on identifying that things weren't working and making a quick change. But he also was the one who put himself / the program in that position. It doesn't have to be black and white. I agree. Yeah, but people are always looking to find a way. What? It doesn't make sense to me. If I don't like Matt Rhule, then I'm going to go toward the bad things. If I do like Matt Rhule in the direction that this is headed, then I'll give him, credit. And I agree with you completely, Mustache Adam. It is a little bit of both. Then we got a tweet from, let's see. Oh, Masshole Husker. Yep. Callahan's biggest mistake was holding on to a bad DC for continuity in Buddy Ball. Yeah, I don't think that's happening here. I do not think that's happening here. So yeah, absolutely, give them the credit for that. Back to the phones. This is a different caller, but let's get right in here. Here's Derek on the line. Hey, Derek, go ahead.
Hey, so I usually text in, but it's to be easier to explain over the phone. So people keep saying the year 3 bump didn't happen. But one thing that I think we're maybe overlooking a little bit is really just the state of college football now compared to where Rhule was at his previous stops getting those year 3 bumps. I mean, imagine all the guys that we lost to the transfer portal on defense last year alone. Having those guys here would have made a hell of a big difference in the bump and our defense just in general. So I don't think it's necessarily fair that, yeah, we didn't get that year 3 bump, but state of college football is completely different than it was in his previous stops. So I think that's just completely overlooked by everybody. So
it's true.
That was really just my comment there.
Yeah, thanks, Derek. Appreciate it. But that doesn't mean you can't have continuity. I mean, you could still accomplish that at a higher rate than Nebraska's had it over the last several years. There's no doubt. But yes, it is a completely different game. And I think if we're looking at it on a large scale like that, we talked about this at the time. When Nebraska got Dylan Raiola, I just think that kind of changed everything. And it accelerated Matt Rhule's timeline. It made you sort of, I don't mean this in a bad way, because you had to, you want to create a good team around him, but like you had to cater to him a little bit. You had to put your resources into making sure he's got good weapons around him and an offensive coordinator and all this stuff. And so I think in year 2 last year, it wasn't a normal year 2 for Matt Rhule, right? Year 2 was not just a double down of year 1. They lost a lot of guys and they brought in a bunch of new guys in the transfer portal. And I think year 3, please do not take this as me making excuses, because I'm really not. But this is just how I see it. I think year 3 was, it was almost a year 1 in a way, because you had new defensive coordinator. Seriously, I'm not trying to be like, oh, it's year 1, you got to give him a break, and all that stuff. But after the second year, with all the guys that you lost, and you're playing these younger pieces on the roster, you had to, it was a bit of a reset, this year. So I don't know what year 4 is going to be, considering year 1, 2, and 3 have been boop, boop, boop. It has not been linear. And I think that's the caller's point, right? The caller's point is, Derek's point was like, yeah, it's not like it has been for Matt Rhule at these other stops, where at Temple, it was just, okay, stack. 4th year, we're good. 3rd year, we're good. Baylor, stack. 3rd year, we're in the Big 12 championship game. It has not been that way here. It has not been. And I think the acquisition of Dylan Raiola probably threw a little bit of a wrench into all of that stuff. Just accelerated some things and changed some things as far as the future outlook and stuff like that. That doesn't mean the plan's bad. It's just, I think they got probably a little bit off path. And, that's a big retrospective on what the last couple of years have been like. I don't have a name here. Josh, who is this?
Oh, that's BJ. I'm sorry.
All right, BJ is on the line. Hey, BJ, go ahead.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good.
Hey, I just have a question, maybe a couple of questions. First of all, and I know we've talked about this probably on the show a lot, but Matt Rhule went to Big Ten Media Days, and he flat out said, I'm not going to imitate his voice, but he said, this defensive line is going to be hell on wheels.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people have tried to minimize that. Oh, he was just trying to give the defensive line and the coaches confidence. I mean, what was he supposed to say? I mean, that's all fine and dandy, but you don't hear these other Big Ten coaches going out there making these declarations that just totally fall flat. I mean, that defensive line, the leader was 2.5 sacks, Connor. I mean, so my question is, and I'm not trying to be rude, like, is he just BSing us, or does he have that sort of lack of awareness about the Big Ten, about his roster, about the people he had on the defensive front. And I appreciate your time, and I'll listen to your answer.
Thanks, BJ. Appreciate the call. Good question. So I know a lot of people have problems with that. First of all, I think if you took a sampling of other Big Ten coaches around, you would hear stuff like that.
You just don't pay attention to the
Correct.
things that
so there's
Northwestern's coach says about their team before the season.
There is that, but I'm not minimizing what you're saying because I do think a lot of people, are
it's a huge sticking point.
And I think there's a couple different things going on. Number one, yes, he is trying to infuse confidence into a young team. Number two, I think he misfired. I think they thought that they would be more explosive on the defensive end. I mean, I just think they didn't get what they thought they were going to get out of that group. So he's not lying. He's
not. Hey, I need to go out there and compliment my worst unit.
He's trying to will things. He's trying to will things into existence a little bit, and I think he thought that they would be better. He obviously thought they would be better because there was the whole thing about how Matt Rhule's defenses are always good.
We're always going to be good.
We're especially going to be good against the run. They sucked,
and that's why he fired the defensive coordinator.
So we'll jump into the stats a little bit more when we look at the drive chart a little bit later.
Why'd you say it like that? Why'd you say it like you were working Sunday Night Football?
Oh, Marcus Mariota. I remember when that happened when he was in college briefly, and then everybody just reverted back to Mariota. Mariota. So 19 sacks would be a Nebraska low in a non-COVID sense. Disco Bobby D's 2017 Hell on Wheels defense that was feeling the strain. It wasn't explosive. It couldn't stop the run. So it does all come back to that at the end of the day. Quickly before we get to Allan here, got a little something from CBS. This is
CBS.
Just thought, we're keeping an eye on Penn State and Kalani Sitake today.
And crumble cookies.
Matt Zenitz says this. For me and Chris Summer, per CBS Sports sources, BYU is working hard to keep head coach and current Penn State target Kalani Sitake. And there's some optimism at the moment on the BYU side that they may be able to keep him. They say that it's a fluid situation.
Oh, no.
It has fluidity. So that's good. I don't know. It's a battle. Penn State versus BYU. What is Penn State going to do if they don't hire?
That's an interesting question.
This is the first time they've even really
said, hey, here's who we're looking at. Here's who we're targeting.
Yeah. It's the first time it's been like that in this whole entire thing. Whew. Pat Kraft. What's going on out there? He's in a bad spot right now. All right. When we return, Allan Bell will join us. We'll talk some football over the weekend. Football. We love football. We're a football guy. Allan's a football guy. Coming back on 1620 The Zone.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Allan Bell, the AB3 on the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
Hey, look at this. That graphic up on the screen right now if you're watching with us on YouTube. Thursday Night Football, which can be heard on 1620 The Zone and seen on Amazon Prime. It's a good game, question mark, with maybe many points scored, question mark.
A lot of points and a lot of playoff implications.
Wow. Look at that. Look at that. As we're joined now on the Prairie Flower Casino Zone hotline by our good friend, Allan Bell. AB, hello. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Doing fantastic. You doing all right?
Good. Have you ever seen anything like what Young Wei Koo did last night, which is miss the ball by at least a foot trying to kick a field goal? Like he just kicked the ground.
He pulled a me in golf, and that ain't good.
That's what you call chunking it. Yeah.
Yep. Got more of the ground, got more of the earth than we did the ball there. We're going to have to TP this thing. No, man, that was brutal. I've never seen anything like that. In the NFL, oh, my goodness. This guy just absolutely going through it, as the kids say.
Yeah, you got to have a pretty serious case of the yips, I think, to as a kicker who does this thousands of times, a week or whatever it might be, to just miss completely. You got to be super in your own head to even come close to doing that.
You bring up a good point. Is this, on the Rick Ankiel, Chuck Knobloch level? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it is, but the yips that bad? I mean, my goodness, man. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, Rick Ankiel throwing the ball to Chuck Knobloch never being able to throw it from second base. That one lasted a long time. Rick Ankiel actually had to end up moving positions because he still had a great arm, but he couldn't just throw it over the plate at all. And I don't know. Maybe I don't know what Young Wei Koo does. I mean, the answer for him is he's probably just not going to be able to kick in the NFL anymore if this continues.
This is his like Taylor Swift anti-hero. He gains a bunch of weight, becomes a linebacker. Yeah,
nice.
Probably not going to happen.
No, probably not. But I can't wait to see that next kick to see what happens. All right. Let's start. Can we start with the Carolina Panthers? I'm a kind of a Carolina Panthers fan. All right. So I've been sitting here and I've been like, yeah, I like what's going on here. And then they go out and beat the Rams on Sunday. And then my Carolina, it made me want to go on the internet and purchase Carolina Panthers gear and stuff like that. They're on a bye this week. They have a real chance to win their division. How seriously do we need to be taking the Carolina Panthers?
We need to take them seriously, right? Like I'm feeling like going back to the early 90s and buying Charlotte Hornets starter jackets, just bringing everything Charlotte back right now. Look, man, the Panthers are a good football team. And from a betting perspective, we ask the same question, week after week. And it's like, what do you do with this team? Because they were 10.5-point underdogs to the Rams. And we were all talking like, this is a good football team. We got to take the points. And then they win the game outright, right? That's what this team does, man. It's not always pretty, but they can also score a lot of points. That's what keeps them in the game, and they can run the football too. This team's getting better, man. We need to keep an eye on it, for real.
100%. And they have two matchups with the Bucks. They still have to play the Bucks twice, and those two are basically, sitting. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head how it looks in terms of the standings, but I think they're exactly tied, or it's very close. Let me take a look here.
I think the Bucks are 7-5.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're
Correct.
right. And it's like, and if you're the Panthers, win one of them. Like, you don't necessarily have to win two, but if you win one of them, you're causing chaos, man, no doubt.
So every year there's it works out like this, where there's that second team that comes along in the division that everybody thought was going to kind of be the runaway. And then it usually, for whatever reason, comes down to like a week 17 or week 18 game. And what do you know? Those two teams play each other in week 18. So it'll be fascinating. As you zoom out across the NFC, you look at a bunch of playoff caliber type of teams, and then you compare that to the AFC at this moment. I mean, it's crazy what has become of like the AFC North, where you literally don't know who to trust. If I asked you right now, who is the best team in the AFC North, what would your answer be? Which I guess I am asking you, and I am asking for an answer.
Yeah, no. I mean, you are. Yeah, no. Like, it's a fascinating question. I mean, we have to say the Bears, right? I mean, we have to say the Chicago Bears.
No, the AFC North. I mean, the NFC North is a fascinating question too. But the AFC North with the Ravens and the Steelers and the Bank, like, I don't know. I don't know the answer.
I have no idea what the answer is. I mean, it's literally going to be a different answer every week, honestly. You know, and what you just brought up too, the fact that, you know, the NFL, we end games with divisional games. I mean, my goodness. And now Joe Burrow is back and just made his presence felt. Like, the Bengals, like, I don't know where to go with this. I agree with you.
That's legit, man. Like, I don't think you can just write them off at this point. I mean, the Ravens and the Steelers are both 6-6. Cincinnati's 4-8. And, you know, like, I at least I know kind of what the Bengals are going to do. The Ravens just seem dead at this point, and the Steelers are on, you know, on really thin ice.
Yeah, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but think about this too. As weird as it sounds, the Bengals have the most healthy quarterback situation somehow. Like, Lamar Jackson could be one play from being done. Aaron Rodgers the same way. I mean, I guess Burrow could too, but it's just weird how this division, you're right, like, it has literally changed 4 different times already this year.
Okay, so I like where you were headed on the NFC North. Finish that thought, because I am totally willing to listen to anybody who comes up and says, yeah, I see the Bears at the top of the division, and that looks like in order who I think the best 3 teams are in that: Chicago, Green Bay, and Detroit.
Yeah, you know, look, I'll say this. I mean, we have to give it to the Bears. I mean, they're number 1 in the NFC right now, right? But here's the other thing too. I think it's down to the Bears and the Packers. I feel like I can trust them. I don't know what to do with the Lions. I just don't. Like, as weird as it sounds, but they could be the most dangerous out of this division if they get in the playoffs. They're the last team you want to see coming into your house. So I'd say the Bears, but if the Lions get in the playoffs and get on a run, look at it.
I know. Okay, so that leads us to really, as I mentioned at the top, a really, really fascinating Thursday game, because I think, you know, Dallas and Detroit, you know, Dallas certainly feels a lot better about themselves right now than they did at the start of the season. Detroit is not, you know, not quite all coming together right now. And here they meet with a lot on the line. And you throw in the thing that we talk about every week, Allan, which is it's a Thursday game and crazy stuff tends to happen, and they tend to be a little bit low scoring. But here we are with 2 teams where you trust the offenses a whole heck of a lot more than you trust the defenses. What do we see on Thursday night with Detroit being at home and being a stock standard 3-point favorite?
Detroit better look out. Dallas is playing good football and they're healthy. And here's the thing too. Dallas isn't scared about any pressure. They weren't supposed to make the playoffs. They weren't supposed to do anything, right? But now the fact that, look, if the playoffs started today, the Lions would be the first team out. The Cowboys would be the second. These 2 teams are going to be battling for that last, wild card spot. And remember that the Cowboys tied with the Packers earlier in the year. Like, the Cowboys are way not out of this at all, man.
No, I mean, that tie that they have in their back pocket might be pretty advantageous.
It might be something.
Oh, seriously. I mean, and then there's like a big gap after that, you know, after Carolina, whoever wins out of that NFC South with Carolina and Tampa in the NFC. So it's not quite an eliminator game yet, just because there's a little bit more wood to chop, but this is one of the bigger, like most consequential Thursday night game. I mean, certainly of this season. I don't know which way would you lean at this point. I'm looking at the TV right now, and it's telling me that 80% of the public is on Dallas, which feels right to me. But gosh, I don't know. I always get a little bit scared when I see a number like that.
I get frightened when I see a number like that. All right, look, I know that it's going to be in a dome, but give me Detroit with the 3 points. I'll take it. Yeah, I know. And I do not want to go against Dallas because I love everything that they're doing. But if this were ever a must-win for Dan Campbell, this is it, man. This is it. I'll roll with the team at home here. Give me Detroit. But you're right. I mean, this game is just going to be awesome. I can't wait.
Yep, looking forward to an actual good real-life Thursday night game coming up this week. AB, appreciate it as always. We'll let you go. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Yeah, you too, buddy. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Allan Bell driving the line. You can check him out there. Daily's got the pods coming out, talking Thursday night games, football all over the board. We didn't even ask about his Thanksgiving plate, which he would be like the only guest that I would bring that up with, just because
he would go off the board a little bit.
He would have a take about it.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't last week because I guess I forgot it was Thanksgiving. We were talking to him in Vegas, and then now it's over. Now it's December, Josh.
Life comes at you quick.
And the winter has set in. The Big Ten has announced their all-conference volleyball teams. Is this right, Josh?
How many players are on the first team, Connor? Do you know the answer? Because I do.
It's telling me 25.
That's right, Connor. 25 first team Big Ten players.
Whoa. Now that is not appropriate.
Nope.
Okay, so holy crap. So Becca Alec, Andy Jackson, Harper Murray, and Bergen Riley all got first team.
Well, when there's 25 of them.
So Indiana got 3, Nebraska got 4, Oregon, Penn State 2, Purdue 3, UCLA 3, USC 2, Wisconsin 3, and then Washington, Michigan, and Minnesota each got 1 on the first team. Who in the hell is going to be on the second team?
Imagine being on the second team.
Is there enough players to be on the second team? I mean, that's absurd. Anyway, shout out to the Big Ten for always doing their preseason and postseason honors the right way.
That's right.
Thank you, conference.
Everybody gets a trophy.
You rock. Also, of note, the Big Ten Football Awards will be announced tomorrow and Thursday. Defense tomorrow. Thursday is offense. So Emmett Johnson will have to wait for his running back of the year award until Thursday, but he'll get it.
Definitely.
Don't worry. We'll be back. Josh has the odd news when we return after this on 1620 The Zone.
After further review, the host is deemed to be out of bounds. The Connor Happer Show returns in minutes on 1620 The Zone.
If you're looking for the perfect pint and best pizza, head to Site One Brewing, an award-winning, locally owned brewery. Enjoy craft beers and mouth-watering Detroit-style pizza with that crispy crust you love. Great drinks, great food, and great times. Site One Brewing, 25th and Farnham.
And now we've reached the point in the show where Josh Odson reads the peculiar, the bizarre, the comical, the odd news with Odd Son. Odd news, Odd Son. See what we did there? The odd news with Oddson.
I saw a tweet from producer Josh that said something along the lines of, I wish I had a burner account. What's up with that?
Really thinking about getting a burner. I got takes about people who work adjacent to us. And everybody takes criticism as, oh, you hate me as a person.
Uh-huh.
No, I just hate the thing you're doing right now.
Yeah.
And
so you want to tweet about him?
Yeah, I still want to fire it off, but
unload it.
Yeah, it might not be good from my account or any of the show accounts or station accounts.
Okay, maybe we should because I've toyed around with this idea before.
Should we get a joint burner?
We should get a joint burner.
Yeah.
That way you can actually trace it back to anyone except for both of us.
Mm-hmm. That would throw people off the path if two different people were firing off takes.
Kenneth writes in.
Hi, Kenneth.
Are you talking about Nick? You don't need a burner for that. Everyone knows.
No, I'm not talking about Nick.
Nick informed me that he's playing a new chess game called Chess this morning. And it's different because you can only make one move every 3 days or something.
He informed us he's a part of the Nebraska Chess Club and they're playing Oklahoma this week. A rivalry built out of respect.
This bit has gone too far.
I don't think it's a bit.
Too far, Josh. All right. What do we got today in the odd news?
Oh, yeah, the odd news. I'm sorry, I forgot. Abdul Carter, New York Giants defenseman.
Oh, I'm glad because I think the writers had something on this, but this is good.
Okay.
This is good.
After being he's the third overall pick of the Jets. Okay, he played at Penn State. I don't know why that's important.
Giants.
Story here. Yeah, Giants. He recorded his first full sack of the season in his 13th game on Monday Night Football last night.
But
he didn't start the game.
Why?
I don't know why.
Exactly.
I know why not, I guess. There was a
you know what wasn't the reason,
right? There was a fake news tweet going around. It's probably still up on my account because I read it last night.
You were duped.
I was.
You and all the NFL fans are illiterate. You don't understand how this works. You wouldn't survive a second in college basketball. You wouldn't survive a second in college basketball.
That's fair.
You don't know what's real and what's fake in college basketball. Every tweet is fake in college basketball. And all of a sudden, this Wesley Steinberg guy who's been doing fake tweets for generations, forever. You should know this by now. But he's got the blue check on his account.
I didn't look at who tweeted it.
He was watching porn on his phone with his headphones off.
That's right.
In a team meeting, and that's why he was suspended, which is not true. A red flag should have gone up in your head, but it didn't.
I don't know. It seemed pretty plausible.
No, it didn't, Josh. No, it didn't. Nobody would ever know that.
He was late to a team meeting and missed the start of the game as a punishment. But the post with legitimate news story has been viewed 500,000 times on Twitter.
Illegitimate news story.
No, the legitimate news story has 500,000 views. I'm getting to the fake news.
Okay.
That has 20 million views.
And you were a part of it.
I was because it entertained me. I didn't bother.
Yeah, but you were like, what?
What? Huh?
And my favorite one was our dear friend Brian Munson. He quote tweeted it and said, "You can't make this up."
Oh,
and everyone was
no.
like, "Brian, actually, you can make this stuff up." It's literally made up.
I just used the head nod guy. Huh? What? That guy. That was my reaction to it.
So stupid.
Come
on, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
We go to Idaho, where I have confirmed this is a real story. A serial Guinness World Record breaker took on a half marathon in Idaho.
Oh, by the way, it's almost time for butt sniffer guy.
Yeah, he's He's about to get out.
January 2, we're a month away.
Okay, someone alert the California PD. While wearing 137 shirts, this man ran a half marathon. That's 48 pounds of shirts. David Rush, who goes by the nickname
D. Rush,
Record Breaker, not a great nickname.
Stupid.
Who holds the most concurrent Guinness World Records, originally set the record for most T-shirts worn during a half marathon in 2019 at 111. He lost the record a few years ago when someone else wore 127 shirts. So he wore 137 shirts. He ran the famous Idaho Potato Half Marathon.
Do you think there's like a gentleman's agreement when they break each other's records that they can't just put one more shirt on?
Yeah,
You know?
probably.
Because it'd be really annoying to run all those half marathons if all you were doing was just wearing one more shirt.
This was actually his second attempt to break the record since it had been stolen from him. The last attempt had to be called off when he started to lose circulation in his neck and he had to drop out of the race.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
But he finished wearing 137 shirts.
All right, we'll see how long it stands.
Yeah, it's
probably not more than a couple weeks.
And also, if we're gonna do 137, like why not a round number? Like when the next guy could go to 140 or 150?
Do you think the next guy should just rip up? He should do 150.
Yeah.
I mean, you ever tried to put on like more than 3 shirts?
No, I don't think I have.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets difficult. You know, they always say like you can't fold a paper more than 7 times or whatever.
Your range of motion limits with every shirt.
I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of impressive when you think about it that way. 137 shirts. I mean, they must be giant shirts.
I mean, it said it was 48 pounds of shirt.
They must be giant shirts.
Yeah. Yeah. I would think he would like.
You have to get like a couple really, really small ones and then like a bunch of super mega ones.
Yeah, you got to adjust the size as you go out, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. This next story, not for the children. Okay.
But isn't it a snow day?
They're in school. No, Thursday's the day they're not going to have school because they're soft. The New Hampshire woman known as what?
What's going on Thursday?
It's going to be below 0.
They don't cancel school for that anymore, do they?
Yeah, they do. The New Hampshire woman known
the high is 23. Give me a break.
But
No.
when they're walking to school in the morning, it'll be below 0.
That'll be-
I agree with you.
It'll be 3.
We're on the same page here,
No,
Connor, but
they're not getting school off. Go to school, kids.
It's an alert day because weather is happening.
I get it. It's cold, but I mean, they'll be okay. It's not that cold yet.
Mhm. You can
Just
tough
don't
it.
worry, like save some of those days for later.
Exactly.
It's gonna get a lot colder.
OnlyFans model Kinky Kelly, that's KINKI KELLI.
I had to
That's
be.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. She's going to spend the next 6 months behind bars for criminal mischief, a spree during which she filmed herself taking a whiz on food at the supermarket and a Marriott hotel.
Dude.
Kelly Tedford, 24 years young, pled guilty to 6 Class A misdemeanors.
So we do kink shame.
Yes, New Hampshire is kink shaming in connection with her vile antics. That's the news story.
All right, so how do I Google this? Because I want to see the story.
Kelly with an I, Tedford.
Kelly, like THED?
TED.
TED. Tedford. All right.
She was sentenced to 360 days in jail, but a judge suspended it to 180 days. She'll be on probation for 2 years after that. She was ordered to pay $10,500 in restitution to a food co-op after contaminating grocery items. She will also have to pay $500 to the Marriott, where she relieved herself on a Bible, comforter, curtains, and an air conditioner unit. She also did something else on the floor.
Poop.
Yeah. I didn't know that until just now. A judge barred Tedford from returning to either business.
I wonder, because I'm reading that she did something else to the toilet area.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe you have a different story than I am.
Maybe.
Detailed story. Kelly with an I was charging $15 a month. that account has been deleted. It's her second account that has been deleted from the site after both have been banned. They're not bland.
No, not bland. Call me what you want, but I'm not bland.
That's right.
I'm Kelly. What's her name?
Kinky Kelly.
Kinky Kelly
with 2 eyes.
Debo says, sounds like we're kink shaming. I think in this case we are. I think you took it a little bit too far.
Yeah.
That's all.
But, you got to go out there. You got to get, you got to deliver edgy content for the subscribers.
Dia says, imagine uncensored odd news. Just imagine. We could make a whole podcast out of it.
That's right. Oh, maybe that's the bit.
The uncensored odd news.
Stories I can't do on the air because someone died.
Or committed some sort of heinous crime or something like that.
That Nebraska dead body story from last year comes to mind.
I would have been.
A lot of you sent that to me.
Exclusively for the fake pod.
That's right.
All right. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Connor.
That is the odd news. When we return, the noon hour is coming up. NFL Reaction, Overreaction. Top 5 polls of November. We'll take a look at the drive chart. We'll talk some Husker football when we return on the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
He does it the only way he knows how. With his massive sports brain sprinkled with a smidgen of rabble-rousing. Let's get back to the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
'Tis the season for giving. Today is Giving Tuesday. give before midnight at shareomaha.org, and you're invited to join in and donate to local nonprofits to help shape the community that you want to live in. Now more than ever, local causes need all of us to be a part of giving what we can to help support our neighbors. Give now at shareomaha.org. And one more opportunity for you to give. How about Stuff the Truck?
It's back.
We back. That would be Friday and Saturday. This Friday and Saturday, Westwood Plaza, 123rd and Center. Brought to you by Woodhouse Chevy, Molina Healthcare of Nebraska, in Westwood Plaza itself. Friday from 3 to 6, where unsportsmanlike conduct on 1620 The Zone will be. It's Saturday from 11 to 4. Bring your new unwrapped toy to donate for Toys for Tots. The boxes are still in the room back there, and they're headed out soon. On Friday, probably. There will be a truck, and we invite you to stuff it with our friends from Woodhouse Chevy, Molina Healthcare in Westwood Plaza.
A lot of people saying we can't stuff a truck.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I don't know.
The
if you guys will be
rumors
able
are
to
out there
stuff
on
it.
the internet about us not being able to stuff trucks.
Yeah.
And we're out to prove them wrong.
That's right.
We're out to prove them wrong.
We'll show you.
Brian is yelling at air in the YouTube comments.
Hi, Brian.
Brian says this: Connor will tell us Husker football is looking up when we return. Don't go anywhere. Josh, what is Brian talking about?
I believe this is one of those.
Also, Brian, what are you talking about?
Nebraska media is always telling us that everything's fine and there's no problems.
I can't believe. I mean, I don't know. I understand that people don't listen to every word that we say, but I think if you tune in enough, and we hear from the same set of people often. If you tune in enough, then you'll get a general sense of kind of what our attitudes are on things, and you can read that accurately. Josh, you listen to every show every day because you're a part of it.
I'm forced to.
What would you describe my mood about Husker football as right now? This actually could be a fun exercise.
Okay.
How would you describe how I feel about the program, the coach, what things are going to be like going forward? Anything. How would you describe my mood?
You think it should be further along than it is.
I think that's well said. That's well said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also not a huge fire people guy. Fire people guy.
You're not.
Try to make sense of things. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what else there. So I'm definitely not here to tell you that the rainbows, are coming and all that stuff. Like I think right now, especially is a tough time. I mean, you just got done getting slapped around by two teams you wanted to beat and had a chance to really change the narrative of a season. You went completely in the opposite way. And yeah, I think they should be further along than they are right now. I think that's well said.
Well,
I want them to have an identity. Is that so much to ask? And so I can't believe it when people come in and they're like, yeah, I just wish you guys were more negative. I just wish you guys really told it how it is. I don't know what to tell you. That's how I do every show every day.
4 times in the last 90 seconds, Brian has asked return on investment.
Oh yeah. Brian's the return on investment guy.
Because
I hate the return on investment.
Did you know John Butler was going to get $1.4 million next year or this year or whatever?
Yeah. Coach gets paid too much money. Enter that for every coach in America, every Power 5 football coach in America.
$1.4 million.
It's a lot.
To you and me, not to the University of Nebraska Athletic Department.
Yeah, we're not paying him. We're not paying him.
Goodbye.
But people do the whole thing and they're like, well, all the care and all this stuff, are we really getting our return on investment? And like, the investment is not the problem. Are you telling me are you telling them to invest less? so that they get the same amount? The investment is not the problem. And the investment is not going anywhere. If you want good quality coaches, you got to pay money for them.
Players too now.
Yeah.
Larry does ask a better question, a better version of that same question.
There we go.
How about hiring the most qualified person the first time rather than giving someone with no experience at the job?
A great point.
Better question.
I think if there's one thing that Rhule has learned, much like his predecessor learned the hard way, that there can't be any holes, right? This is not a training ground to hire coaches who have no experience and are trying to figure it out on the job. I was admittedly, I was like, yeah, give him a shot. Maybe he's a good coach, at first. I'm talking about with like Garrett McGuire or with Terry Braden or with, guys who are literally coaching a position group for the first time at the collegiate, Division I level or at the Power 5 level. Yeah. Why? I don't really see why not. And I still think that way to a certain extent, because ultimately you do have to go back and you have to like trust the coach's judgment on if they think they could do it. The difference is going into year 4, it's a lot. The focus and the attention is just way, way, way more ratcheted up, because then you're coaching for your life and you're coaching for your job and all those different things. I don't know that Rhule's coaching for his job next year, but you also get to see what works and what doesn't work and, turn the dial whichever way. And I think that's a lesson that really every coach that has been at Nebraska, every head coach that has been in Nebraska since they've been in the Big Ten, they've really had to learn that lesson the hard way. There's no substitute for just having really good individual position coaches at these lines, because everybody else in these places, because everybody else in the Big Ten, they have them. They have them, or at least that's that's what I read off of all of these teams who have specific identities and they coach to a very, very certain thing and they have continuity and all that stuff like that. That is my inference based off of looking at all these teams in the Big Ten. And then I look at Nebraska and I see instability and I see a lack of identity and I see young coaches who are trying to, find their way. I mean, we didn't know about Dvorak at first. I think Dvorak is pretty good. Linebackers weren't that great this year, but I still think that guy's a good coach.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Terry Braden's pretty good. Defensive line wasn't very good this year. He had a young group, right? So you don't really know. And then you make changes based on, what you think you need going into every year. And every year that gap gets a little bit tighter because the pressure gets ratcheted up. Does that answer the question or the thought?
Well,
I don't know. Is anybody who's mad?
Brian back in the chat.
Okay.
And after I read his comment, I think I figured out the problem.
Okay.
I give up. You guys are right. Matt Rhule is great. Good luck with that. You will all be eating crow in 2 years.
What are you talking? Play John Bishop. What are you talking about?
Horse crap.
Yeah, same thing.
Peace out.
Nobody said that.
I think I found the disconnect.
He doesn't have ears.
Well, that's possible. You're doing a radio show in which you have to talk for 4 hours. So you can't boil it down to a single sentence. You have to talk for 12, 15 minutes at a time. So you can't just say,
I'm so sorry for understanding nuance. Okay? I'm so sorry.
The Matt Rhule era at Nebraska is teetering. Ain't going great. Needs to be going better. See, there's a lot of silence.
That's what it would sound like.
There's a lot of silence after that.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, that's a good point. Maybe I should just do like TikTok takes, like Vine takes.
A lot of media entities are switching to TikTok instead of radio.
Maybe I should do TikTok takes. And then everyone would understand me a little bit better, because I would be a lot clearer.
We'll do the show in our car,
but I would also
every day.
I would also run out of takes. I like getting into things a little bit more in depth. And no, I am absolutely not tied to the idea that Matt Rhule is going to work here or anything really close to that. I believe in, and maybe this is the fundamental problem that some people have with it. Like, I believe in him as a person. You know, people look at that and they say, nope, you got that one wrong right off the bat because he's a snake oil salesman and he'll tell you whatever you need to hear and blah, 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 blah. Like, I think he's genuine from a variety of different angles. Like, I believe him. I just don't know if I don't know if he's good enough. And I don't know that it's gone well enough over the first 3 years here for me to be like, oh yeah, like I definitely can see that fixing itself and course correcting, and they're going to find an identity and all these different things. Don't worry, we'll have a lot of time to convince ourselves of that. We have 9 more months of the off season. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because however you feel right now, it ain't going to feel this way in 2 months. You'll feel a lot better about things because it'll be 2 months later and you'll be counting down toward the season, and Nebraska will do fine in the transfer portal and all that stuff. But I just don't, I don't know. I can't help that we can't comprehend very well, but I do. I will say that I do believe in Matt Rhule. I just don't know if he is, I don't know, good enough as seems oversimplistic, but like, I don't know if he's going to be able to get the job done. I'm not sure. And I don't know what the job is. What's the job? Win, but what? Win what? 8 games, 9 games?
Yeah, is 7,
have progress?
Is teetering between 7, 8, 9 good enough?
Probably not.
I mean, probably for a little while, it'll kick the can down the road, but then you'll be like, we want to take a jump.
Probably not. Yeah. So I think that could be a fundamental difference that we have here.
And Brian's also upset that
Brian's upset about many things.
Matt Rhule lied to him.
About the whole defensive line hell on wheels thing.
Yeah. Coaches lie.
Oh, maybe we'll have him on and he'll apologize to you specifically. Personally,
I don't think he's coming on our station.
I don't think he was. I mean, you could read it as lying. I think they misread. I think they misread what they thought they had, and
we get things wrong all the time.
Yeah. So
I thought Abdul Carter got suspended for porn.
You did, with his headphones off, Josh. That's important.
I believe the tweet said like the cord got pulled out, and all of a sudden it was blaring in the facility.
I mean, that is a truly funny tweet.
It is.
It really is. So, speaking of it, let's stop arguing with one person, and we'll move on to the next thing.
Okay.
All right. So here's how the drive chart turned out on defense. You ready for it? Since defense is the talk of the town here, we'll do offense at a later time.
All right, let's hear this hell on wheels.
So, when you get it down to stop rate, opponents scored on over the last 2 games. Here's Nebraska's, let's see, line 115 to line 133. 17 drives. 17 drives faced defensively over the last 2 games. Penn State and Iowa. Here's how they went.
Okay.
Touchdown, field goal, touchdown, 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 punt.
There's one.
Touchdown, punt. Then we're on to the Iowa game. Punt, field goal, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Wait a minute. What's that, Gus? Touchdown! Wow! Punt, touchdown, touchdown, end of half.
All right. What's the
percentage? How many touchdowns did I just say?
I stopped counting.
1,
it was a lot.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 touchdowns in 17 potential drives. One of them was an end of game kneel down drive that they ended up running. Iowa ended up running 10 plays on. So really, we're talking about 16 where they were trying to score. 5 times they punted, and twice they took field goals.
This sounds like a fireable offense.
It was bad. It was really bad in the final 2 weeks of the regular season, and that is why John Butler is no longer here. That brings the total stop rate to the season for it brings it to 62.5%. I don't know. I haven't checked Max's total stop rate for the country. I can't imagine that's much better than probably about middle of the pack in the country. I don't know if he's updated it this week or what
he has.
Oh, good. Check that out. And I don't know what number he has for Nebraska because I think I take out some drives that his stats don't.
Okay.
But yeah, what is it?
I will say Texas Tech is number 1 at 84.8% if you're looking for a comparison point. Okay, we're going to have to control F because I'm tired of scrolling. 80th in the country. He has them at 60%.
Goo!
That is sandwiched between Missouri State at 79 and Bill Belichick's North Carolina Tar Heels. Actually tied with Bill Belichick's North Carolina Tar Heels.
That's bad.
It is ahead of Minnesota and Michigan State, though.
All right, so when you look at it in totality, the picture is very grim. As you can imagine, you just watched it play out over the last 2 games.
I did. It was very Nick Grimm.
Not only was the stop rate around 60% for the entire year, right? So you're giving up, but it was higher than that over the last, much higher than that over the last 2 weeks, or lower than that, I should say, over the last 2 weeks. And then you're like, okay, maybe it was explosive plays and maybe they give up a lot of field goals. Like, let's dive into this a little bit. So Nebraska this year, this is the really disheartening part because this goes back to the hell on wheels thing where people are pissed off, right? So hell on wheels meant to me, I don't know why people have such a big problem with it, but that to me meant,
because he said it and I was listening,
not that they were going to be as like stout as they were a year ago, but that they were going to be active and they were going to move and they were going to create chaos, right? What's creating chaos defensively up front to you?
Hurries, pressures, sacks.
It results really in one big way: sacks. So here's the stat. Here's what did not happen. Hell on wheels. 19 sacks in the regular season in 12 games. That would be a Nebraska low in a non-COVID season, and almost including the COVID season, since 2017. Bob Diaco coordinated that defense. The team gave up halfway through the year. All right. They had 14 sacks against Power 5 competition, which was near the bottom of the Power 5. They also had, I thought this was notable, they had one less sack as a team against Power 5 competition than Washington State did this year. Washington State played 5 games against Power 5 competition. Nebraska played 10.
Okay.
So they were not explosive. Where else can explosive plays come from? Turnovers.
That's right.
Turnovers. Nebraska forced on defense exclusively, forced 11 turnovers this year. They intercepted just 6 balls and forced fumbles 5 times. They also got 2 special teams turnovers this year, 1 in the most recent game. So 13 plus in the turnovers gain category, and losing 10 on the offensive side is +3 in the turnover margin, but you were not very explosive at all.
Right.
And so that was my whole thing going into the season. Here's how I see this working. Here's the way this works. Defense takes a step back, yes, but it creates explosive plays. It creates havoc. It creates sacks, turnovers, and gets Nebraska's offense the ball back. And then I thought they were going to be more explosive on offense too, which they also were not. And that's how you ended up with a +3 turnover margin, which season's not over yet. That would be the best since 2016. And how many years in the offseason do we go back and we look at turnover margin and we say, boy, If only it wasn't negative 1 million, then Nebraska wouldn't have lost as many games as they did this year. I think there's some truth to that, right? Turnover luck year over year is real. And so the sobering part is that they were plus in the turnover margin and they still went 7-5. The last time they were plus in the turnover margin was 2016. They were plus 5, I believe, that year, and they won 9 games. And I know that ended in similar fashion, 40-10, lost against Iowa, got smoked in the bowl game, and blah, blah, blah. But 9 feels a little different than 7.
Sure does.
It just does. It just does. So
that makes me think quarterback was a bigger problem than I came to realize. Like, I thought it was a problem, don't get me wrong. But...
So we're talking about defense today just because Butler got fired yesterday, and that's the topic. But yeah, offense needs to be talked about quite a lot.
Because
quite a lot.
You got an unbelievably above expectation season from your running back.
Yep.
So not his fault.
Yep. So for the record, Nebraska since 2013 turnover margins. Last year -2, 2023. We remember that one. Burned into your head. Thank you, Jeff Sims, -17.
He fumbled over the weekend.
-3, -5, -11, flat in 19. That's another team, by the way, that went 5-7, and that you felt horrible at the end of the season. They went 0 in the turnover margin. -2 in 18, -7 in 17, +5 in 16, -12 in 15, -2 in 14, -11 in 13. Then you're getting back into the Bo era where that stuff didn't matter because they just won. They just won enough games, right? Matt Rhule in 14 and 15 at Temple, 2014 and 2015 were +3 in both of those years. And I believe in 15, they won 10 games.
With +3, they won 10 games.
I believe that is correct.
Okay.
You don't need to be super high in the turnover margin to get you that point. But Rhule always says plus in the turnover margin. I can't remember the thing that he kept saying. Plus in the turnover margin and 40 sacks.
40 sacks. Okay, I was trying to remember the number.
40 sacks. So Nebraska had 19 in 12 games. And that year, in 15, when they were +3 in the turnover margin at Temple, they had 32. They had 40 the next year. They won 10 games and won a conference championship. They had 46 at Baylor in 19. And Nebraska, meanwhile, is having its work, and it's been the well has dried on pass rushers around here since Randy. But even in this last decade, Nebraska's only had 1 year in which they had a lower sack total than they're going to end up with this year, unless they get like 4 sacks in the bowl game, which is possible. It's possible, but
not likely.
They had 30 last year. They had 32 in 2023, and they had, this would be lower than both of those. Obviously, it'd be lower than 22. It'd be lower than 21. It'd be a few more than 20. It'd be lower than 19, lower than 18, and just a little bit higher than 2017 in sacks. And so when you add all that up, you really come to the conclusion of, oh boy, how bad could this have been if not for, if they don't go +3 in the turnover margin, if not for Emmett Johnson running for 1 billion yards this year, and that is a sobering deal.
I mean, forgive me for exposing my biases here, but the Iowa Western Reavers have 60 sacks on the season.
That is too many, actually. I think they should be penalized. We'll talk to Stroh about that on Thursday.
Yeah. 60 sacks?
That's too many.
Save some for the other teams.
That should not be allowed.
That's right.
Brian writes in on the text line.
Hi, Brian.
Stop saying Brian's name. He's making all of us sound like morons.
Oh, no.
Signed, not this Brian. Not my Brian.
Travis with a quick correction, 60 and a half sacks. Sorry, Travis, I was using the NJCAA's own website.
Chance says Big Mac sack starvation.
Oh, yeah.
There has been barely any Big Mac sacks.
Great take. I need more Big Macs in my life.
Seriously.
Cheap Big Macs.
In a world where the state of Nebraska has gone Big Mac-less for several years. Get a pass rusher, man. Get explosive.
I feel like just one game wrecker could really like up the game of a lot of like mid-level guys.
They've thought they've had those guys over the years, and they just never been able to turn them into anything. It's a tough position, you know. Well, Nebraska hasn't been able to crack the code on that one. It could cover up a lot of bad things. You know, if Nebraska was 90 whatever in the country this year in rush defense, but they had one guy getting 14 sacks, you might be cooking. You would have won 9 games this year. You know,
that's what I want.
So in that sense, you're not that far away, but also it's something that we haven't seen a lot recently. When we return, it's just a NFL reaction, overreaction on the other side here on 1620 The Zone. That was nice. Somebody reached out on behalf of the University of Nebraska, unknowingly by the University of Nebraska, about the, what Scott Strohmeyer wants to do. How's he like it? How's he like it? Is he interested in being the defensive coordinator at Nebraska?
Would it be open for a commute?
We'll ask him.
Commute in every morning.
We'll ask him on Thursday when he joins the show.
My guess would be no.
That'd be my guess, too. That'd be my guess as well. All right. Did we straighten anything out that segment on how everyone feels and things like that? Probably not.
But I do feel like it's good to, get some of those things off our chest.
Get it all out.
Yeah.
Craig writes in.
Hi, Craig.
I stopped at McDonald's in Missouri Valley and I asked for the Big Mac sack.
Oh, no.
And they said they didn't offer it. I still wanted a Big Mac. I got one in the box. It said Big Mac sack right on the box. It's got to be a guarantee on the box.
Now that's even more insulting. I would like the Big Mac sack deal. No, but I will give you a Big Mac in a box commemorating the Big Mac sack.
When you get the Big Mac sack, they actually give it to you in a sack? No, because they put the Big Macs in the box like every other Big Mac, right?
Yeah.
They put the box on the sack.
Yeah.
And it's just it's a sack because it's a sack, a football sack.
You're saying sack a lot.
I am. Sorry. NFL reaction, overreaction. The writers have been chained to their desks for weeks.
We didn't let them have Thanksgiving dinner with their family.
No.
We said, you have to watch football and write takes about it.
Yep, that's right. Let's see what they came up with.
Take number 1.
What does it say, Josh?
It's a rather lengthy one, so bear with me.
No, it's not. It's not that long.
If the college football media was in charge of the NFL, they'd be scrambling to try and change the rules so 9 NFC teams can make the playoffs and only 5 AFCs make it.
What do you think?
I feel like there's some truth to that.
Me too, writers. And nice job by the writers for really pandering to the people who are, reading the questions and have to answer the questions. What a great topic. It's a great point. If the college football media was in charge of this, they'd say, wait a minute. These teams in the AFC aren't very good. So why don't we just take the same amount of playoff teams and just change the rules so that the teams that we like and we think are better can get into the playoff. Therefore, we could have a more, quote unquote, more competitive playoff. Sounds like a good idea, right?
AFC North winner is going to be 500. Why let them in?
Exactly. They would take 2 teams out of the AFC and they would put them into the NFC and they'd say, oh, awesome. I would hate to see it where the Cowboys got left out.
They're the Cowboys. Big rating, big brand. You want the Dallas Cowboys in your playoff.
They would do that. Stupid media. Chance says ban the NFC South from the playoffs. Disagree, Chance. Go Panthers. I'm telling you, I'm about one day away from going on Panthers.com. It's close.
This is an interesting take that the writers have given us. Because remember, though, all those years, the NFC West winner struggled to reach 500. I think there was even a 7-9 NFC West champion in the playoffs.
And they won.
And now, I know that was probably 15 years ago or whatever, but best division in football now.
Best division in football now. Now it turns out the worst division is actually the AFC North. With all those teams that we thought were going to be good, and they turned out to be good.
All those good quarterbacks.
Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati. We'll talk about them here in just a couple minutes.
But Connor mentioned the Panthers, and take number 2 centers around them.
Wow. Thank you, writers.
The Panthers, all caps, who are on a bye this week. We're still doing buys?
That's right.
Okay. Will win the NFC South.
Whoa. It's time. It's time to say it.
It's time to talk to your friends about the potential of division champion Panthers.
All right, so here's how it looks.
What's it? What we at?
Tampa Bay 7-5. Tampa Bay has 5 games left. Saints, Falcons, Dolphins.
That's 3 dubs.
And 2 against the Carolina Panthers.
2 in the last 3 weeks.
2 in the last 3 weeks, including week 18. I don't know how the NFL does this every year, but they somehow sniff out exactly the right thing for Week 18.
Is that the Sunday Night Football game?
It's trending that way.
Yeah.
At this point, we'll see. The Panthers get the Saints, the Seahawks, and the Bucks twice. They are a half game back in the division. It's going to be a challenge, but here's where the Panthers get credit. We have seen them beat good teams.
Oh yeah.
We have, and this is not a credit against the Bucks because I think they've already kind of confirmed that over the years. Like they are, they can be trusted, right? But are they healthy is the question for them. Bucky Irving came back last week. Good deal for Tampa. But the Panthers have beaten the Rams and the Packers now. They beat the Packers on the road. And everyone was like, oh, that was kind of a weird result. Every good team has that one game. Well, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm gonna say that they do it.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say that the Panthers are gonna win the NFC South.
I think that's the more fun result versus a MASH unit Buccaneers team.
See, I actually think the Bucks can still win in the playoffs because there's some stuff about Evans maybe coming back still, and Ibuka, and is Baker going to be? Baker's got the shoulder thing, and Bucky's back now. So like I think
Bucky and the Bucks.
I think it's trending for them to be in a good spot once that rolls around.
Okay,
but so I still trust them to win in the playoffs. It's just, do they get there?
They're obviously going to split the two games against each other, right?
Almost certainly.
Yeah.
Almost certainly. Right.
Take number 3. The AFC North war of attrition will be won by Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
What? No. No.
I don't want that. That's the least fun scenario. Sorry, Steelers fans.
I don't want any of these teams in the playoffs. You know what? I think they should just give 2 more playoff spots to NFC teams.
Oh, okay, Nicole Auerbach.
Instead. Baltimore 6-6, Pittsburgh 6-6. Should we forget about Cincinnati?
I'm telling you, don't forget them.
They're 4-8. Joe Burrow is back. They just slammed the Ravens' face into the dirt.
Woof.
And they play the Ravens next week again.
Oh God.
They have no further matchups with the Steelers, a series that they have split this year. I'm not counting out Cincinnati, mostly because I'm trying to will it into existence that I would rather see the Bengals in the playoffs than either of those other two teams.
Bengals at the Bills this week on Fox at noon. None of that makes sense.
I would rather see Cincinnati in the playoffs than either of those teams. Baltimore is a corpse.
I would too.
Pittsburgh is a corpse. And it feels like, Cincinnati's getting healthy. It's just a long road to come back from. They have to win all their games, basically remaining.
Take number 5. The Dallas Cowboys will win on Thursday in Detroit and find their way into the postseason.
Yep.
It's a playoff eliminator.
Not an overreaction. Not an overreaction at all. Does this mean I get to be right that Detroit was the bad vibes team after all?
Yeah, I think you'd be able to take a victory lap on that, especially if they don't make the playoffs.
I think I probably would.
Playoffs.
That was one of my NFL picks and my NFL picks and predictions earlier in the season. Sprinkle a little bit of money on Detroit to miss the playoffs. I got it at plus 136.
And I think you mentioned this with Allan Bell earlier today, radio replay page, 1620thezone.com. Dallas Cowboys, boy, that tie
might be nice.
Might be really, really nice at the end of the season. Might be the difference.
By the way, I'm looking at my NFL picks from before the season.
Wow.
Let me know how these are aging. Are you looking at the standings page right now?
I am.
So this one's already dead. Denver to miss the playoffs.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Giants over 5.5 wins.
Boy, that'd be impressive.
What are they at right now? 3?
2.
That's not enough. Tampa to win the NFC South.
Okay.
Detroit to miss the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Minnesota to make the playoffs.
Yikes.
Exact order of AFC North finish.
Okay.
This could be something.
Uh-huh.
Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Cleveland.
That is the way it is standing right now.
And then Houston to win the AFC South, which is kind of still possible.
Still possible. They're a game out.
Yeah. Okay.
But there are 2 teams ahead of them.
Not horrible. I also had Baltimore and Green Bay in the Super Bowl, and that's horrible.
Yikes.
That ain't happening.
I think I had that too, though.
Neither of them suckers are going to be there.
No. Take number, I lost count. Drake 6. Drake May will win the MVP. Whoa.
Yeah, wake up, America.
No.
It happened. Josh Allen fell out of the race. They're not going to give it to Jonathan Taylor.
Whoa.
It's over. It's Drake May.
Whoa. Stafford?
Stafford is the other contender. Drake May minus 125 right now. Stafford plus 125. Sack Pick Scott plus 1,600 along with Jordan Love.
I mean, Stafford's 32-4 right now. It's pretty good.
Yeah, he threw those picks against the Panthers.
He did.
You can't throw picks against the Panthers.
You shouldn't.
Oh.
You're going to want to not do that.
Yeah, I think Drake May might be your MVP. He's been excellent.
Boy, that
he has been
life
excellent.
Comes at you fast.
It does. It does. It's all very sad.
Final take from the writers.
Yeah, we already kind of did this.
NFL fans are too illiterate to handle fake tweets like this.
That's right. Correct. Not an overreaction. And it was the one from involving Abdul Carter.
See, it's so subtle.
And then I was going to say, you wouldn't last a second in college basketball.
I wouldn't. I don't want to.
And I already said that earlier.
I like the fun little community of burners they have, but
a lot of fake stuff.
They'll burn you.
You got to sift through just about everything. All right. Thank you, writers. Appreciate it. Still got a couple more weeks to write. Right. Back to your writing zone, everybody. By the way, Brian writes in.
Hi, Brian.
Connor, why are the Panthers good? Because they fired Rhule. How did Greg in Myrtle Beach not connect these dots? Oh, that sounds like an incoming call from Greg in Myrtle Beach. You want to know why the Panthers are good now? Because they fired middle school Rhule's ass to the curb. That's why. All right, we'll be back right at the hour with Josh's top 5 poll questions from the month of November. After this on 1620 The Zone. All right. Josh tells me that we had a good month of polls.
I was pleased with it.
I would not know, but I'm excited to learn more.
You wouldn't know.
I mean, I don't keep track of it like that.
You're not logging them?
I keep mental note of day by day.
Was that good?
Were
Was
we
that
funny
good?
today?
Mhm.
That's basically it. Yeah. But definitely not month by month. Certainly don't remember what happened any amount of weeks ago. So I'm glad that we have this segment to remind us.
And that's the point of it. And to play back while we're on holiday break.
God, come on. Take forever.
Number 5.
Top 5 poll questions from the month of November. Before we get to the top 5 proper, I forgot most voted on poll question of the last month. Ever eaten an entire apple? This comes to us on November 12th. 50.3% of the audience said no. They have not eaten an entire apple.
Okay.
Core, seeds, all of it.
Okay.
And November 20th, we had the most lopsided poll question of the month. Quite possibly the most lopsided poll question of the year as well. I believe this is stemming from a conversation with Mike Schaefer. Were you excited about the Miles Straw trade?
Because this encapsulates both non-baseball fans, baseball fans that were Guardians fans, and baseball fans that weren't Guardians fans.
96% of the audience said no.
So it's very possible and somewhat likely that the only person who voted yes was Mike Schaefer.
It is possible, yes. So top 5 proper. We go back to November 12th, where we asked, Big Seasoning be scamming us?
Definitely.
71% of the audience said yes.
Big Seasoning do be scamming us.
I forget why, but yeah,
I have no context to that. I agree with it, though.
Yeah, quite a bit of the audience agreed.
Number 4.
We did. People were guessing what Greg in Myrtle Beach was saying about the Panthers, and we did get comments.
Oh, okay.
We did get comments.
Sure.
Would you like to hear it?
Yeah, I would.
The Panthers are contenders as they wised up Canning Middle School rule and his worthless player personnel director, Pudgy Pat Stewart, who's also sucking in Lincoln. That's what Greg in Myrtle Beach said.
All right.
I love Greg in Myrtle Beach so much.
Top 5 poll questions in November. Number 4, we go all the way back to November 5th. When you drive past a cemetery, are you like, whoa?
Yes. Thank you for putting this on here. I'm glad that it's getting his recognition because I am.
It has popped up a couple of times as a running joke amongst commenters, whether it be in the chat or on our Twitter page.
Happer just drove by a cemetery today. Whoa. I did on the way here because I saw a bunch of traffic coming in on Dodge, and I was like, I'm getting out of here. So I got over to Pacific.
Whoa.
And
what? Your backtrack, you're just spinning.
I know. It was not appreciated. I went over to Pacific, and then I came down Leavenworth, and there I was right there on that corner, whatever cemetery that is. And I was like, whoa. Subconsciously, I didn't really think about the poll question, but I was like, whoa.
2/3 of the audience said no, they do not. They are not like, whoa,
that is
when
crazy.
They drive past the cemetery.
That is crazy. You guys don't ever look at stuff and just think.
Can you extrapolate on the whoa?
I mean,
is it whoa? This
it could be any number of things.
The gravity of life, or
the gravity of life, the amount of people that are in there, the amount of people who have experienced life-changing moments for themselves inside the grounds of that. Are there any famous people in here?
I'll bet that particular cemetery has a lot of that's a very old cemetery.
Dignitaries. Yeah. How much more room is there? You know, when are we going to build another a double-decker cemetery? All of those things could result in me saying, whoa.
The fine folks at Forest Lawn would if they could.
Yeah. That's stupid. you guys are idiots.
3. Combination of 3 and 5.
Number 3.
Platcat chimes in. A whoa is like a grunt. There's levels.
Exactly. There's levels to this
Okay.
bleep.
You might be onto that. Number 3, November 20th, fairly recent poll question. Is ass word a good password?
No, it's not.
I wouldn't guess it though. if I'm trying to like hack into someone's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it was pretty shocking because that came up as one of the most popular passwords in America, right?
Or what's next generation?
Gen Z idiots. Yeah.
Gen Z. Yeah. 54% of the audience said yes, assword is a good password.
And it's a funny password.
Yeah.
I don't think that makes it a good password. It has to be like assword 1 2 3 4 to make it a good password.
And it's special character.
When you like, let's say you are trying to log into a computer that you don't know the password to, and you know it's as simple as like asking somebody, "Hey, what's this password?" You'll take a guess first, right?
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, it's just the odds are overwhelming that I won't get it,
They
so
really
I don't
are.
try.
But think about your circumstances and all that stuff. You don't toss one out there just to see if you get lucky.
I don't.
I always do.
I should. It'd be a fun
I
game.
always just toss one out there before I ask.
Platcat suggests the password $, word 69420.
Sounds awesome.
That's a better password.
That's much better. You got multiple numbers in there. You got symbols.
Yeah.
It's great. Capital letter.
Here comes two.
Number 2.
I was a little shocked this wasn't at number 1.
Well, you're the one who made the list.
Yeah, that's right. And I remove my own biases when doing something like this. November 17th. What would you rather spend $28 on? A Nebraska Penn State ticket or Wendy's?
Wendy's. Now that was because
that was before the game.
That was before the game, and it was because when I initially tried to get Wendy's that night, I was trying to DoorDash it, and it cost double, and so I was happy to pay $28 for Wendy's.
56% of the audience said Wendy's.
Yeah,
and I'll bet even more would say that after the game.
Yep. 100%. I stand by it. There's a lot of these poll questions that have just aged terrifically.
They have. And that's why they're in the top 5, including number 1, which is an all-timer. Imagine coming into work the next day and not knowing this was circling the internet.
Number 1.
November 25th, we asked the hard-hitting question, does the Statue of Liberty have legal guarding position?
Could be an all-timer given the circumstances.
Yeah. 63% of the audience said yes.
It's probably an all-timer given the circumstances.
And even though Jack Mitchell tweeted that photo of the Statue of Liberty, whose right foot is up.
I tweeted that photo.
Oh, you tweeted. I'm sorry.
Where was Jack? Was it in Vegas?
That wasn't connecting in my head why Jack had a picture of it. Okay.
Jack responded, I think, to it because I did that on I when I walked over the next morning on the Tuesday morning a week ago. I was like, all right, I got to include this in a picture, and I just took the picture, Statue of Liberty, the statue sticking in front of New York, and just included it in my. Oh, I've been enjoying my walks over the last couple days. They've been nice.
Crap.
Yep. Happy to say that I listened to the entire call again this morning.
You did.
And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a lot.
I like it. It's fun.
Well, all more incentive for you to listen to Creighton basketball tonight.
What could possibly happen?
Well, lots of shoot around. Some
would say too much. Not me. Others would say
lots of shoot around. Followed by lots of game, followed by lots of overtime.
Now we're going to get a little home cooking tonight, right? So nothing to be mad at about with these officials tonight.
Oh, that's not true.
Who are the officials tonight? Has Rob?
I don't have that information.
Okay.
I don't have that information. But I don't know.
Will you be interviewing viral sensation John Bishop on Jay's Live?
No. But I would like to.
Yeah.
We should have. That would be the time, right?
Have him pre-record something in the pregame and like we got John Bishop.
God, that'd be good. But then it wouldn't be Jay's live. Then it'd be Jay's taped.
But he tapes the pregame on the radio.
Oh, and he does
joins,
Jay's live
joins
with me.
you before the game.
Well, we'd have to kick Coach Rosen out, but plenty of time to talk to Coach Rosen.
They got a lot of season left.
Only one time I talked to John Bishop.
Yeah.
The viral sensation. Are you the viral Creighton announcer? Mustache Shadow. He's outside the circle with both feet planted. I believe he was outside the circle and he's set. That was a little bit closer to it because I just listened to it this morning. All right.
It's fresh.
Great list, Josh.
Thank you, Connor.
And the foot was up a little bit.
Little bit.
I don't know. Probably a block. Probably a block. 1 o'clock hour is coming up. Plenty still to get into. I want to hear from you as always as well. 402-951-1620. We can talk about those Jays a little bit.
Jays?
And more when we return on 1620 The Zone.
Let's get back to the Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
Here comes the clown.
Oh, you mentioned earlier how it's the season for giving. How about we give to you? Whoa. Usually we're asking you to give to us or you to give to some other great cause, but now it's we give to you.
Now it's your turn.
Deals at 1620thezone.com. Blue Collar Boxing Friday, December 12th, next Friday at Baxter Arena, where the proceeds, of course, benefit Nebraska Center for Workforce Development and Education and United Way of the Midlands. Steel Panther next Saturday, the 13th at Whiskey Roadhouse, 15th anniversary tour. Love those guys. Love what they're all about. And Rascal Flats tickets for the Life as a Highway tour, which is Saturday, January 24th at the Chai.
Remember Cars.
Dude, I do remember Cars. So I've never seen Cars.
But you remember it.
So you can find all those, by the way, on our website, 1620zone.com. Enter to win. So my daughter has this little, I don't know, you probably won't know what I'm talking about. It's a very specific thing. So it's this box, right? It looks like a Jack in the Box.
Okay.
And you place like a magnet figurine guy on top.
Yeah.
And it starts playing songs.
A Tony.
You got it.
Yeah.
Nice. Good job. All right. Excellent. Wow. It never even really hit me that I have people to talk about this with.
I have a child.
Amazing. Amazing. So she's got one of those, and she's got like 4 or 5 different little people she puts on top of it. The Frozen lady, the Mickey Mouse, some coconut guy, and
something from Moana.
No, it wasn't from Moana.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't from Moana.
Okay.
And a car for Cars. And on the Cars car, they play a bunch of different songs, including Life is a Highway.
Okay, good.
But it's not by Rascal Flatts, or it's not sung by Rascal Flatts, because I guess they couldn't, the little box couldn't get the rights to the actual song.
Sure.
Same thing with the Frozen lady too. They don't sing the actual it's the real Frozen songs, but it's somebody else singing it. It's like a cover of the Frozen songs, which is
wow. I didn't know that.
It's hysterical. I mean, it's just worse enough to where you're like, wait a minute. This isn't the Rascal Flatts guy. This isn't Sheryl Crow. This isn't that Idina Menzel. And it really, really strikes you. So I got to listen to that all day long these days. That's all I'm listening to.
Okay. What's the Mickey Mouse one play? Is it the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse theme?
No, but we watch Mickey Mouse Clubhouse all the time. I think her first words are going to be Mouse-Cadoo or whatever it is.
I've been there. I've been right where you're at right now.
Kenneth writes in.
Hi, Kenneth.
New radio segment. I have a child.
I have a child. We could give parenting tips over the air.
What would we call that segment, Josh? Parent Corner?
I have a parenting tip.
We could Happer showify it. Happerify it and turn it into I have a child. I have a child. I have a parent opinion. But on large podcasts, they have this segment and it's just called Parent Corner.
Oh, okay.
You know, like Bill Simmons. But his kids are old now, so he talks about all the weird crap they do.
Well, I took him to the Kings game. Yeah, I took him to WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's all he ever talks about. He's like, I took my son to WrestleMania. He's a little piece of crap. I hate that kid. And I'm like, wait a minute. I don't hate my kid yet.
He didn't think it was the coolest thing in the world.
Right.
I dragged him to this place.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. 1620 the parent. Interesting. Interesting. We're trying to move away from that a little bit.
Flat Cat says, I have a sex trophy.
That's not what kids are. Anyway. Good to talk to other fathers. If any father sees me at the Creighton game tonight, feel free. Let's talk.
Let's talk Tony's.
Let's talk Tony's.
We don't have one, but my child likes going to Target or wherever place sells Tony's.
Oh my God.
He'll try a couple out.
She puts them on there and she takes them off. And she puts a different one on there. And she wants so desperately for both of them to play at the same time.
Oh,
she puts them all on there. It's like,
not going to happen.
And it's not going to work. It's going to work one at a time. And I'm glad it only works one at a time, for the record. Because if it was Frozen and Cars and Mickey Mouse at the same time, I'd be in big trouble. College football playoff rankings tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Well, should we do a primer?
Yeah. I'm genuinely curious about some things for I think the first time this season.
All right, here's what we got. Ohio State and Indiana play in the Big Ten championship game. It's number 1 versus number 2.
Undefeated versus undefeated.
They are both certainly into the playoff. They're almost certainly both getting a bye.
I would think so.
Unless something goes completely haywire and somebody gets torched in this game.
Okay, that's a possible scenario.
I suppose Ohio State could win 56-0 and then Indiana could not get a bye.
They'd be 50.
I don't really see that. I don't really see that happening. I don't know what is the line for that game.
think it's Buckeyes by a touchdown.
Seems heavy.
I agree.
Doesn't that seem heavy?
Yeah.
4.5.
4.5. Okay.
That seems appropriate.
Yeah.
That seems. I might still like Indiana in that scenario. God, what has happened to me? Anyway, those two teams playing the Big Ten championship game this weekend. A very cool and very meaningful game that everyone will love and appreciate. It'll be a lot of fun. We love when number ones and number twos play each other, especially in this scenario. I mean, could you imagine? There's so much on the line, like pride and pride and pride and pride. That's it. Literally nothing else.
Probably
and not getting injured.
Probably more for Indiana than Ohio State.
Yeah, it'd be cool if Indiana won a Big Ten championship. I don't know how many of them they have in their trophy case in football. Probably not so many.
I'm gonna guess close to zero.
Possibly one or two. I mean, everybody has had at least one good team, right?
The 40s existed, right? Like
Lee Corso always told the story about how one time they got they took the lead at Ohio State and he was like, "Stop the game, take a picture. This is it. This is the pinnacle of my coaching career."
Big Ten titles in 1945 and 1967.
All right.
I think there was something going on in 1945.
War.
Yeah. Indiana all-time 3-11 in bowl games.
Imagine only been to 14 bowl games.
Yeah. That's kind of why I read it. I was like, wow, that's a shockingly low number.
3-11.
Even knowing Indiana football's history or lack thereof, I still would have guessed they had been to more than 14 bowl games.
Yeah, I mean, winning 6 games isn't very hard, right?
That's what they say.
I don't think it is.
It's like making the NCAA tournament.
Yep, they've been bad. So there you have those two. In the SEC title game, Alabama and Georgia. What do we do with Bama if Bama loses? They become a 3-loss football team. Could be fascinating to get them in the mix. Now, they have sort of set the precedent for this over the last, well, I guess we're just including last year, of like, hey, losing in the conference title game isn't going to kill you that much. We're not going to take you in or out of the field, out of the field should you lose a conference title game. And especially in the sense that, like, if out of the SEC teams, if it's either them or Texas, who already has 3 losses and Alabama actually qualified for the SEC championship game, you certainly can't take them out. So I think they're in.
Where do you personally stand on that? I agree that losing the conference title game shouldn't knock you out.
Yeah. I want the games to matter, but in the current playoff format that we have with the current conference championship games, it would be, I mean, just imagine that. Imagine if Alabama loses to Georgia, they take their 3rd loss, and they're sitting right there on the cusp, and they decide to take Texas instead, who the only difference in their resume was not qualifying for the SEC championship game.
Yeah.
Something that Alabama, Seth emailed in earlier. He said, let me go ahead and find this email just so I can say it the right way. He said, "You guys can roast me for this, but it looks like even with a loss in the Big Ten championship game, both Indiana and Ohio State will be a top 4 seed and get a first-round bye. How far off are we from a team in a similar situation just saying, nah, we're good. We'll forfeit the conference championship. You win." I know teams want to win the conference championship, but do they really? Anymore, the goal is to win a national championship. Just forfeit the game and don't risk any injuries. 20 years from now, no one will care if they won the conference championship and all they'll remember is the national title. So that would never happen. Or if there was any sentiment of that going to happen, they would cancel conference title games, which I think we're close to anyway.
Yeah.
Now you run into a situation there with the TV networks because they love the conference title games because people watch them. But if they start getting diminishing returns on that, and the teams are out like, why are we doing this? We're both qualified for the playoff. Then yeah, the next step is just deleting the conference championship games as a whole.
It feels a lot like when players were not getting paid. Hey, if they just sit out the national championship game, everyone will get paid. Where, yeah, I guess you are correct in that. I just don't think anyone would do it. But
We're approaching the day of reckoning there, I think.
We have 5 years left of conference title games at most.
Texas Tech and BYU meet in the Big 12 championship game. That's another interesting side story to the Kalani Sitake of it all.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Crumble Cookies guy who's stepping up to the plate. It's now time for me to put on my boots and go to work.
I loved
not just make cookies, but also pace Kalani Sitake.
The first comment was that meme of you go out there and make it about you.
That's a good one. So they're both 11-1. Bubble teams out there in the universe.
And remember, you got to be in the top 10 to make it.
Okay, basically. Yeah. So attention to all the bubble teams. You're rooting hard for Texas Tech. All right.
You want chalk to prevail.
Because what happens is BYU takes that spot. They get the automatic bid into the playoff. And then Texas Tech moves into that borderline conversation of, are we going to make it or are we going to not? They have a much better at-large resume than BYU does.
They have a win over BYU.
It's very simple for BYU. If they lose, they will not go.
Mm-hmm.
For Texas Tech, they could lose and still make it, although they don't want to probably see what's on the other side of that door.
Yeah, don't test that. You're not a beloved conference.
If, the lot of very nervous people if that ends up happening, including Texas Tech.
Right. If it came down to Notre Dame and Texas Tech, who you think they're picking?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. By the way, it ain't happening. Texas Tech is going to win by 25 at least.
I think so.
Then we have your one-loss teams who aren't playing in conference title games this weekend. Oregon, 11-1.
You're in, baby.
Ole Miss.
How far? I am interested to see how far they fall this week.
Let's put a pin in that. Is it worth having a conversation about Ole Miss? And then A&M is 11-1 with their one loss this past weekend in Texas.
They're in, baby.
They're in. I know they have a weak schedule and people want to poke holes in it. Whatever.
They're in.
Seriously, look at their schedule. It does suck. I mean, they played nobody in the SEC this year, but sorry.
Well, okay, who would get the fourth? Who's getting the fourth bye?
Okay, so
sorry, I'm just thinking out loud.
Is it worth having any sort of conversation about Mississippi, the Rebs?
I mean, we know
hashtag come to the SIP.
We know they're going to drop.
Not playing this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Did lose their coach and a couple other staffers,
but won the game that they played. Finished the season 11-1, right?
Yeah, but won the game that they played this past weekend with their coach.
Mm-hmm.
This is a completely different situation now without the same apparatus that they had going into it. I don't think they're close enough to the line.
I don't think so either.
Because what we're really talking about is 2 loss teams. And there's some people who want to talk about 3 loss teams.
Because you have to have them ahead of Oklahoma.
2 loss team.
2 loss team that is currently in, quote unquote, according to the numbers.
So this is yeah. And so let me go through this.
Mm-hmm.
If Duke wins the ACC title game, remember it's Duke and Virginia in the ACC title game.
5-loss Duke.
Virginia wins, we're all good, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
If Duke wins the ACC title game, Virginia's dead. Duke is an unlikely team to make the college football playoff no matter what. Once again, 5 highest ranked conference champions.
They were not ranked in last week's.
They're not ranked
CFP
unless
poll.
they would jump all the way up. And there very well could be some shenanigans with that. I mean so Tulane, James Madison.
Playoff has to protect itself a little bit and put Duke a little higher than it wherever they were last week, right?
Tulane, James Madison, just watch out. Watch out. That's all I got to say to those guys. It could get weird on you. I will tell you what the most recent poll had them at.
Tulane was 24th.
Tulane was 24, and they only do 25.
Right.
So Duke wasn't in it.
There's no receiving votes.
And James Madison was not in it, but they would be. They would go into it. So if Duke wins the ACC title game, it's possible that no ACC team gets in, but there is still Miami. And I got to tell you, if this is going to be the main thing that everybody argues about with the college football playoff, I can't think of a dumber thing. I cannot think of a dumber thing. And I don't know that this is the main thing. It's sort of hard to tell what, the SEC is yelling about their thing and all areas of the country are yelling about their own thing. But I swear to God, if they put Miami in the playoff, Duke wins the ACC championship game and they put Miami in the playoff. Because if Virginia wins, then it's simple. Then you have an excuse. Then you just say, oh, great, Virginia's in. They get to be the ACC representative. Sick. Everybody gets to be happy. But if Duke wins and they're not ranked high enough to get in over Tulane or James Madison, and they just put Miami in, that would be one of the worst precedents of all time to set.
You can bang conference title games right then and there.
Seriously, yeah, that would actually, I mean, maybe it would do some good.
It would fast track the death.
It would. Mm-hmm. Just like we fast tracked the whole seeding and the whatever, last year. That would do that in a hurry. That would be horrific if they did that, and I hope to God they don't. So Miami's 12 in last week's poll. Miami beat Pitt over the weekend
handedly.
So all the teams that I just mentioned, those teams are all going to be in, with the exception of the ACC ones, and then BYU. So you have Notre Dame, Oklahoma, Alabama, all sitting at home this weekend, all with 2 losses. We realistically have,
but Miami beat Notre Dame,
Ohio State, Indiana, Georgia, or in no order, Oregon, Texas Tech, Mississippi, Texas A&M. That's 7 spots, certainly accounted for when you include the likely conference champions plus Indiana, Ohio State loser. And then, what did I say? Alabama's not sitting at home this weekend. I apologize.
They're not.
And then the 1-loss teams that are safe. That's 7 spots accounted for. Then you have Alabama, probably win or lose. They're in. That's 8. Oklahoma's a 2-loss team. Notre Dame's a 2-loss team. That gets you to 10. And then you have your potentially 2 group of 5 spots, 1 group of 5 spot in all likelihood. And then there's basically 1 spot that you're looking at that point. And that will depend mostly on the results. There are some people that are really, really arguing for Vanderbilt. You can't include a 2-loss Utah situation.
There's a lot of 2-loss SEC teams.
I don't
need to see.
I just don't think you could do the Miami thing. I really don't.
Sets a bad precedent.
And especially if Virginia, if Virginia gets in, then there you go. The spot's kind of accounted for at that. If Virginia wins the ACC title game.
Yeah, they were 18th in last week's CFP poll.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter what they're ranked as long as they win the game.
Yeah.
Because they would be ranked over the group of 5 champion. And then the group of 5 spot would go to the group of 5 spot. And that would be it. Remember, it's not a group of 5 spot. It is the 5 highest ranked conference champions. So there's your primer for tonight. People are going to get good and angry. There's a show tonight, right?
Yes, it is before the mega basketball games.
Ooh. Kansas and UConn?
Yeah, that one's first.
Excellent. Jeff says, just don't even play the game. It means nothing. I think he's talking about conference championship games. Maybe.
Well, that Big Ten game sure doesn't seem to mean much.
Might be headed that way. John writes, John Jacob Heimer Schmidt.
Hi, John Jacob.
You two agree too much. We need more friction.
That is maybe our Achilles heel.
Yeah, I agree. We suck at that.
Not one. Yeah.
D'Lo.
Well played. Hi, D'Lo.
These teams are in. Georgia, Bama, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon, Texas Tech, ACC champ G5 assumes T-Tech wins 1 spot for these 4: Miami, ND, BYU, Texas, Vandy.
It ain't Vandy. Cross them off.
I can't say that definitively. I think
I can't say the ACC champ is in definitively either.
It's relatively clearly Notre Dame to me. And The problem when you select Notre Dame is that's when the Miami people get all pissed off. Does it head-to-head mean anything?
Oh, I'm sorry.
They answered the question a couple weeks ago on the selection show, and they asked him, does the head-to-head actually mean anything? And they were like, yeah, it would mean something if they were right next to each other. You know, if we evaluated them on the same plane, which they weren't at the time, but now they kind of are. But Miami didn't make the ACC championship game. But Notre Dame didn't play in a conference all year. Go ahead, get your voice out, Josh. Whoa.
Miami's good at football? Oh, the country hates us, man. Oh, why does the country hate us so much?
Josh.
We beat Notre Dame.
Stop it. That's bad noise. But what are you doing? Or do you have the sniffles?
Yeah, all people in Miami have the sniffles, Connor.
Poll question. So all people in Miami have the sniffles.
That's a good one.
Take a break. Back after this on 1620 The Zone. But first, fast breaks, buzzer beaters, block parties, they're back. And however you'd like to get in the action, you could do it on Underdog right now in Nebraska. This season, you can make team picks and player picks. Just download the app, sign up, and you'll get $100 in bonus entries when you make your first $5 fantasy entry. Using Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite team will win or if your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like points, rebounds, steals, and more. Plus, with Underdog's quick payouts, you can get your profits fast. Download the app today and use promo code HAPPER1620 to score $100 in bonus entries when you make your first $5 fantasy entry. Player picks, team picks, all on Underdog. Crypto.com predictions powered by Underdog Predict. Trading derivatives involve risk. It may not be appropriate for all. For more information, visit nadex.com/rules and underdogfantasy.com/rules. For Crypto.com predictions, the term pick refers to a product traded on CDNA. Must be 18 plus and present in Nebraska. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/playing. Get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concern with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. All right. Welcome back. Final couple minutes here. The Connor Happer Show here on 1620 The Zone, 1620thezone.com. Speaking of 1620thezone.com, the playoff or bust $15,000 sweepstakes is on 1620 The Zone.
Hello.
You could enter to win right now at 1620thezone.com. Brought to you by Lanahan Nurseries. Check it out. 1620thezone.com. Josh, I just reminded myself. We never did big net ranking overreaction yesterday.
Oh, this is a good spot to do it.
Big net ranking overreaction. Have you seen the net rankings?
I've heard about it. I've heard LSU is number 1 in women's basketball. And
why did you hear that?
Because people are outraged because like the best team they've played is ranked 170th or something in the country. But LSU has blown all of their opponents out of the water.
That counts in the net.
Ms. Mulkey does not care about your feelings.
Yep, that counts in the net. Winning by 100 is important, actually.
Yeah, they like when you beat those tiny little schools no one's ever heard of.
Correct.
But the men's, tell me about the men's. I'm sure that's what we're talking about.
Well, number 1 is no surprise because, folks, when you win the Players Era Championship, you get to be number 1 in the net.
Especially when you win it by a lot at the end.
Michigan.
Whoa, I thought that was going to be a heavyweight fight.
It was. It was for one team.
But it was like when Mike Tyson would knock out tomato cans in 15 seconds.
I didn't think that Gonzaga actually was capable of that. I mean, they looked horrible.
Yeah.
Michigan, watch out for Yaxel Landenborg.
Great name.
I don't know. That might not be the correct pronunciation. Michigan's number 1 in the net. And then you don't have to scroll down very far to get some familiar friends. UConn at number 8.
Oh.
Indiana at number 11.
Basketball royalty.
D-Rock got him going over there in the first edition of the net. Iowa, Ben McCollum,
the Hawkeyes,
coach of Northwest Missouri State 2 years ago, has Iowa ranked at number 16 in the net. Nebraska, number 28 in the net.
Longest win streak in the country.
They are 0-0 against Quad 1, 3-0 against Quad 2, 1-0 against Quad 3, and 4-0 against Quad 4. Then you do some scrolls, and then you find Creighton at 119, which means the home game for Nebraska on Sunday against the Blue No Space Jays will be a Quad 3 home game.
It was not the Quad 1 that the Huskers had anticipated.
No. Now the quads change, Josh.
They do. They
quads
ebb and flow.
So it will start off as a Quad 3. At the same time, not a whole lot of opportunities to make up like the most ground in the world for Creighton on their schedule. They do play K-State coming up next weekend. And the Big East is not providing a whole lot at the moment. UConn, St. John's, both pretty good this year. Elsewhere, I don't know. You're kind of looking around. You're saying, what's going on in the Big East this year? Which can doubly, if you're a Creighton fan, give you hope about like being in the thick of it in the conference this year. And also, as it pertains to the NCAA tournament, make you think, oh boy, we're gonna really regret not having that Baylor win in our back pocket, or performing a little bit better against Gonzaga. By the way, they do have the official attendance numbers on the sense. What?
Horse crap!
Thank you.
I just wanted to play horse crap.
That was 1 week ago yesterday. Feels like it was years ago, actually. They have the official attendances on the NCAA website. Do you want to know what they put for Creighton, Oregon at the Players Era Championships third to last place game last
on
Thursday?
Thanksgiving?
Yes.
11.
They put more than that.
Okay.
924.
Oh, wow.
I don't think I've ever seen 100.
I thought they were going to
outside of a COVID year.
I thought they were going to lie and say, yeah, there are about 9,500 people here.
Yeah, no, 924.
Whoa.
Yeah. Tough.
You got to move off that.
Omaha 302. Women's basketball. Nebraska 15. Creighton 186. Omaha 363.
363.
That is last. There's nobody worse in the net. Now, the net rankings in the start of the season, or just the net rankings at the start of the season, Josh, which I understand that people listening to this is like, I said Creighton honk. You're telling me the net rankings don't mean anything when Creighton sucks and they're 100 spots worse than Nebraska?
Honk,
I'm saying
honk, honk.
that it's December. It's December. Hot Danger writes in,
Hi, Hot Danger.
is Sunday an NCAA elimination game for Creighton? No. It's a game that they would love to have.
Creighton still has K-State on the schedule.
And the Big East.
And the Big East.
What if Creighton wins the Big East? Then how is any game an elimination if they win the Big East tournament? Nothing is an elimination game.
Really just got to win 4.
Now, if you're telling me is it an at-large elimination game, I still don't know that to be the case, but there you're getting a little bit closer. A little bit warmer.
Got to win over Oregon in your back pocket.
I'm telling you, man, like this is not. I talked about this with John on the pregame of one of the 2 games that we did. Like this, I think it was the second one. The whole NCAA tournament thing, I get it, and it should be some sort of like beacon of like we should always compare ourselves to that and all that. This is not the concern right now. It long term is Creighton's concern. Creighton's concern is that they have to play better.
like in the building, in the facility, yeah. But I mean, of course, fans are going to go, "Whoa, you got to do this, this, and this, or you're not going to make the tournament."
Sure, yes, but like I can't really think about that because if they keep playing like how they're playing, then they're just not a tournament team.
Mm-hmm.
They're just flat out not a tournament team. And so
the crown is a tournament.
From that perspective, then everything is like an elimination game. So I'm not thinking about them through that prism right now. If that gives you a hint as to how sort of everything is going right now, then sure, take it how it lies. You know, it doesn't, but I just don't think that's the thing at the front of your mind at this point. Because Creighton could have a really good season this year with this bad start, and you know maybe they end up falling short of the NCAA tournament at the end of the day, but you feel good, you know, something like that. But then people want to bring up expectations. Well, we were expecting and all that stuff. Anyway, Creighton's got Nichols tonight at the Chai. I saw that they have been busy putting out some parking warnings, traffic concerns for tonight.
Oh,
I think.
Oh no!
I'm gonna tell you exactly how it looks, because I think they closed a different road now.
You got to stop.
I think they closed a different road.
You got to stop.
So Douglas going east past 10th is closed. Which I suppose that's only a factor for people who are parking in lot A. But also if you're on 10th coming from the south going north to park in like D or B, there's a portion of 10th Street that is out. And you need to go around but other than that, like downtown arena area, ballpark area looks to be okay, according to the latest map that I've seen from Creighton.
And you're a big map guy.
I love the maps. Indeed. It does concern me on how to get to lot A, but that's only a me problem.
Is it a you problem?
Yes.
Okay, because they were trying to push you.
Oh no, they weren't. It was one game.
Okay.
One game.
Connor, very quickly, I'm trying to load this in here. I know we're a little crunch for time.
What do you got?
I have a graphic from Turner. Ever heard of it?
Yes.
They're putting on the game tonight on True TV, which is an affiliate of theirs. What's wrong with this graphic here? Let me get my Chiron out of there. In the Creighton, I'm going to point you to the Creighton direction of the graphic. It's a graphic promoting their coverage tonight on TNT. And there's a graphic for who's working each game. 8:00 on True TV and HBO Max. JB Long, Steve Smith. They got the game tonight. Creighton hosts whom?
Oh. It's not Nichols State anymore.
It
It's
is not Nichols.
Nichols. Nichols.
Turner.
How dare they?
I know you're new to this college sports thing, but got to get the names of the schools right.
That's okay. They do a good job.
Oh yeah, no, I
Good job.
really like their coverage of the players there.
All right, we'll be back with the polls. We'll tell you what to watch after this on 1620 The Zone.
You made me do this. This is on you, producer Josh.
The Connor Happer Show on 1620 The Zone.
It's the holiday season again, and from all of us at
All right, so the polls at Happer Show on the J-Tech Construction Zone Twitter feed. Today, we went through our month of October polls.
November.
No. November. It's December, folks.
Life comes at you fast.
And so this is the first batch of December polls that will likely just go into our year in review of poll questions. I don't know. Do we have those?
I would think at some point we would do that here in 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see what happens with that. Here is the batch from today. Is the inflation on fitted hats out of control?
Bet your ass it is.
It is. 96% say yes.
Hello.
Do you go crazy for a girl in a beige hat?
Nope. Never thought of it before.
Not really. No. 75% say no. Do you often think about Dan Herron?
No, I can't say I do know.
89% say no. A couple people voted yes, Josh. Is there a more Doritos state than Nebraska? I'm not sure there is one, Josh.
I like West Virginia to place higher than Nebraska.
54% say yes.
There is a more.
So they got the field,
okay.
Right? Is Nebraska a Takis state? No.
It depends on what age group you're asking.
83% say no. And finally, do all people in Miami have the sniffles?
Yeah, I think they do.
50-50.
Okay.
Still early at this moment. Josh, those are the polls. What are we watching tonight?
Well, we are watching college basketball. It's a good one. Forgive me. It's Jimmy V week or It's a charitable week.
I don't know.
For ESPN. I forget what it
Okay.
I shouldn't have said anything. I'm sorry. Nichols at Creighton. 8 o'clock on True TV. Coverage begins right here on 1620 The Zone at 6 o'clock. John Bishop takes you inside the arena on 1620 The Zone and 1019 The Keg at 7:30. And Matt McMaster brings you
7, but I look a lot older.
Overtime. We will look a lot older.
What a movie. We should watch Benjamin Button together,
We
Josh.
should. I'd love to. I'd watch anything with you. Iowa at number 7, Michigan State, 6 o'clock tonight on your Peacock device with Nick Baugh on the call.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. What game is that?
Iowa at Michigan State.
Okay.
Number 13, Tennessee is at Syracuse, 6 o'clock tonight on ESPN2. Number 15, Florida at number 4, Duke, 6:30 on ESPN. That follows the CFP Rankings reveal show at 6 o'clock. Number 1 is in action tonight. Purdue at the Rack, taking on Rutgers.
Oh, they're gonna play that. They're gonna play that EDM version of Oasis. I can't wait.
You can tune into FS1 at 7 o'clock to hear that.
Because baby. Yeah.
Number 5, UConn at number 21, Kansas, 8 o'clock on ESPN2. Number 16, North Carolina at number 18, Kentucky, 8:30 on ESPN. And a couple of Big Ten rivals getting together. Number 24, USC at Oregon, 9 o'clock on FS1. NBA on NBC tonight, 7 o'clock at the TD Garden for the Knicks and the Celtics. It is also the return of those Michael Jordan interviews that NBC is doing.
Oh. So he just taped like
he taped one long interview and they're going to chop it up and use it all season long.
That's so funny.
That's right. And Thunder Warriors 10 o'clock tonight on Peacock. Hockey on Hulu. Maple Leafs Panthers 6:30 on Hulu. Followed at 9 o'clock by Blackhawks Golden Knights. A couple of sports shows on tonight. Paramount Plus has the docuseries premiere of 5 Star. It follows 4 freshman recruits. Bryce Underwood, Devin Sanchez, the wide receiver out of Oregon, Moore.
Okay.
How do you say his first name?
Decorian,
yeah. And Malachi Goodman of Penn State as they begin Big Ten Conference football. Hard Knocks in season starts tonight at 8 on HBO. It follows the entire NFC East. 50 Cent made a documentary about Sean Combs.
Whoa.
That's on Netflix.
Cool.
It's a 4-part docuseries offering a look at the staggering examination of the media mogul, music legend, and convicted offender. And finally, tonight, 8 o'clock on ABC, it's CMA Country Christmas.
Cross out the list.
Riley Green, Lady A, Little Big Town, Parker McCollum,
Wait.
Maroney.
Is what's her name going to be there?
Lainey Wilson?
No, the other one.
Other one.
There's another one. I actually kind of like her song. She sounds really country.
I'll rattle through the rest of the list here. Preservation Hall Jazz Band, Susan Tedeschi, Derek Trucks, Baby Winans, and hosts Lauren Daigle and Jordan Davis perform.
Not Ella Langley. No Ella Langley.
No, I don't have an Ella Langley, no. Feels like maybe they didn't shell out the big bucks for CMA Country Christmas. Where's Jelly Roll?
Where is Jelly Roll? I've been wondering that.
Where's Shabuzi?
Yeah, where's Shabuzi? Probably doing more songs for Thursday Night Football. All right, thanks, Josh.
Thank you, Connor.
For watching tonight's show. If you missed anything, 1620thezone.com is where you can find it. The crossover is next.